Talk It Rocks. It's the new 105.3 FM. J.D. Bryan is here. Everett Newton, the rock and roll attorney, Eddie Boyd. Dan O'Malley's on the phones. And, of course, producer Dan Lewis.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Dan.
How are you?
Good. J.D., how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you.
Good.
I felt bad all week, actually, but...
Why do you feel bad?
Coming around. I've just been sick. Haven't been sleeping.
You didn't sleep last night?
Yeah. I'll be over by the weekend, hopefully.
Good. How are you, Everett?
Great.
Good.
Great.
All right. Well, I'll start the show by... Not out there? All right, we'll wait. Start the show by apologizing to everyone I had a fit with last night. I no longer want you guys to double-check the audio. It's my fault. I will come in and double-check it myself.
There we go. It's your fault. You trusted us.
I shouldn't have. Is he out there?
I've heard you do that with chicks before. It's my fault.
No, I
trusted you.
No.
I know what you're doing.
No, seriously. What's the matter with Trey out in the hall? What's the matter? Where's the mic out there? What is it? Can you hear me?
You pussy idiot!
What? You put all
Why
the...
is my stuff out here?
I'm right in the middle of an apology.
I know you are.
Very rude.
What?
Hey,
you gonna knock that sign off the roof up there?
What's going on?
With what?
Why am I locked out in the studio?
I don't know. You see your stuff out there?
Show's begun.
I put it all in the first chair.
Good. Your stuff's out there.
What? I'm fired?
I wouldn't call it fired.
Dislodged.
Yes. Yes.
Relocated.
It's an opportunity.
Right.
Growth.
Yes.
Hey, you're fired? What? You're firing me?
No. You're just dislodged. I like that, Everett. Thank you.
Sure.
As JD says, one door closes, another one opens. True?
That one right there's closed.
He's going to kill himself. Go get him. I was going to stretch this out another 10, 15 minutes.
The look on his face.
Jeez.
Ow.
Have you had anything done with your eyes yet?
No.
As far as laser surgery? Well, I'm going to have to change the font on this rundown back to a larger font. You can't see this small font.
Yeah.
Why is he doing this?
I don't know. Does it just to piss me off? Here he comes. See, now he's all happy now that he knows it's a bit. You're such a pussy. You'd think day after day after day that we pull something on you, you'd see this one coming. This one was Eddie's idea. He goes, how about this? When Trey comes in today, Dan's standing in his own spot where Trey is, and we lock the door. I'm like, no, okay. Dan's got the time. Have him come up.
Why?
Why what?
Do you just insist on doing this to me?
You know what? That was another reason I decided to apologize for all the audio complaining I did, because I got an email from some guy who says, when stuff like that happens, I can't get out of the car because I know one of two things is going to happen. Someone will kill themselves or someone else in the room will die. He goes, I can't get out of the car. He goes, because I know one day gunshot's going to follow something happening.
Yeah?
So, I implore you guys that don't do any safety checks on anything. Dub audio haphazardly. Dub it onto Super Bowl. So what are your plans, Dan? Let Dan have the mic momentarily. You'll get it back. God.
I don't know. I kind of like it in here.
You like being back? It's a comfy feel.
It really is. It's like an old shoe.
Yeah.
Natural.
Very natural.
Very family-ish with one stepchild.
Yes. Trey.
Yes.
Go dye your hair, would you, please? Perhaps red. And then we'll take you out from time to time and beat you.
From time to time?
Yeah. So what are you going to do? Bob said you had something in the works, but he wouldn't tell us anything.
Well,
Where'd you get that Red Bull?
I asked Eddie if I could have one.
I gave him mine.
Okay. Go ahead.
They're quite good. These are sugar-free. Right?
Yeah, I know. You're the Red Bull whore of the building. When Red Bull gave us a couple of free cases,
Yeah.
I'd pass him in the hall when we were doing mornings at the Eagle. You know, during a song or whatever, we'd leave. He'd had two in his hand.
Well, generally, one of them was for you.
No, it wasn't.
We have more Red Bull coming today, by the way.
Oh, do we? All sugar-free?
All sugar-free.
It's my new favorite. Have you tried that before?
No, this is the first time. It's quite good.
So you were going to tell us, can you tell us?
I can't at this point, no.
But there is something.
There is something in the works, yes.
Is the station going to hold you to anything?
This station, yeah.
Are they really? Mm-hmm. I'll see what I can do.
Well, the 90 days, but it's okay.
Well, I know that, but I mean after that? You just have a 90-day no-compete?
I think so, yeah.
Did Bob offer you the services of the station?
Yes.
Or the facilities?
I can still come up, do production. We're putting the demo. In fact, I was up here last night listening to your show while we were working on the demo, so.
When Bob let you go yesterday or the day before, whenever it was,
Tuesday, yeah.
did you tell him off? Did you do him like you did Greg Stevens?
No.
Tell him everything that was wrong with this station and why?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Tell me you did. What did you tell him?
Nothing. I told him that I enjoyed working here, and I was not upset, but I was sorry that I couldn't do what they wanted me to do.
Damn. I even asked Bob to tape it. I mean, because Dan's going to get pissed off, and he's going to tell you how to run this place, and then he's going to leave.
No, I knew it was coming.
How did you know it was coming?
Well, I'm fairly perceptive. I'm not a complete idiot.
Damn.
No, Bob and I had several talks about the budget and the fact that the station was possibly going to have some budget cuts. And I can read the handwriting on the wall. I know what that means. He can't come out and say, look, in 2 weeks I'm going to have to let you go. But he can say, there's going to be some budget problems, and if the new budget comes in, and if your budget doesn't get approved, well, and then he just let it drift off. Well, I know what that
he
means.
did?
Yeah.
When did he tell you that? I didn't know that.
I don't either.
Last week, I think. See, he didn't know for sure. They could have turned right around and said, okay, we're going to give you the money for the show, then you can keep him.
Got it.
But there wasn't any money.
So it's just a heads up as opposed to,
right,
this is going to happen for sure.
Right. It was just a heads up. If the budgets aren't approved, then, he asked for one amount and they gave him another.
Trey, are you jealous? You look like a jealous girlfriend. Just visiting with an ex?
Yeah, you just ran into your ex in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Just looking for closure.
Yeah.
Honey, you sit there at the table. I'm going to go talk to her for just a minute.
You can watch. I mean, I'm not going to do anything.
From a distance, you see how much. All right. I'm going to kill them both.
There at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, are you imagining them in different positions?
Are you going to get pissed off all of a sudden and ask me if I actually sleep with Dan not to wear any of the underwear you gave me? You don't know what chicks? Like give them teddies or whatever?
Sure.
And then as soon as they break up, she's wearing it with the other guy, and you call up and you're going, just please
Tell me.
don't wear it. I can't.
I'm not. He ripped it off me.
Yeah. He ate it off and then finished. So what are you going to do with your squirrels? Are you going to feed them for the time being?
They're out looking for jobs.
Are you going to take them with you wherever you end up going?
Yeah. What we're looking at and what we're sending out demos for is basically more of a straight news talk. That's what kind of what I want to do. So,
have you called it down the dial?
It
Cliff?
No. we are going to send some other demos out, but these other people did contact us. So,
oh, they did?
Yeah.
Will you tell me off the air?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
But nothing's firm yet. It's just
I'm
a
not
possibility.
saying anything.
Yeah.
They probably have to blow out Mark Davis.
Yeah. We'll make him.
I didn't say anything.
You swore on it.
I didn't say anything. Get a lot of Ranger tickets.
Mm-hmm. Contacts her.
So what'd you do yesterday? What is today, Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
This happened yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so
Yeah,
Bob,
that X fell, yeah.
all right, so Bob comes in and tells you, this, I didn't get the budget, this is over, blah, blah, blah.
Right. It was pretty simple and straightforward, and there was no yelling or screaming, and I went, well, is there anything that we can work out?
Blowing?
No.
Yeah.
As far as...
that'll work. I've tried. Save jobs.
You went ahead and did the...
Yeah, not to Bob, but other places.
All right.
No, we talked about it for a while. There was just no money. They only budgeted for basically a board op.
Oh.
So there's just no way. They couldn't afford anything. So no, it was very, very amenable.
And
What?
amenable?
Well, friendly. It was.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right. I turned Everett for translation. Damn, I was hoping for some dirt.
Yeah.
No, nothing. There was no fireworks, no screaming and yelling. Because, like I said, I knew it was coming. I couldn't.
Because when we left the Eagle, Dan chewed on Greg Stevens' ass.
Indeed. Yes, I did.
And just till he ran out of Greg.
Well, that was not for Greg. That was really for me. That was just for me to vent some frustration, and I felt better afterwards. I didn't care whether they listened or not.
No, you had a job. You know where you were going. The thing was all lined up. It's good to have you back in the studio.
Thank you.
Everything feels natural. What was the word you used earlier, Eddie? Was that it? Natural? Natural. Doesn't feel forced.
Mm-mm.
Or uncomfortable.
Comfortable.
Except for that guy standing over there with his arms crossed.
Yeah. Your stuff still out in the hall?
No.
Did you bring it in?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Why?
Could have saved yourself a trip. All right. Is this audio for today?
That is audio for today.
Has everybody checked it?
Everyone's checked.
I don't want anybody to check it anymore. I want to run the risk of it being bad. That was my mistake last night for having the fit. I apologize. I am sincere.
Okay.
What'd you do? It must have been really bad.
Oh, it was.
Well, it wouldn't really bother me until Bob points it out. You know how Bob is.
Oh,
What was wrong with your show yesterday? And you know how I am.
Oh, that freaked you out, I'm sure.
It could be a 30-second bad bit. And as far as I'm concerned, the whole 4 hours blew.
Right. You get that idea in your head and we're done.
Yeah.
If it's bad enough to Bob to bring it up, because Bob never says anything.
Right. So what'd JD screw up?
Who said it was him?
Well, I thought you were apologizing to
I said everyone.
Oh, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. You were looking at JD when you said
I was just
it.
the worst.
Just bad audio.
Oh,
Not any big
okay.
deal.
All day, repeatedly.
Oh, okay.
It's like they went out of their way.
It was almost like we did. At least me. I don't know.
Just one of those days, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Things like that are going to happen. I mean, JD's been in radio 25, 30 years. From time to time, he's going to screw up monumentally.
Sure.
Even though it's a mistake that nobody really should repeat after the first time. And why it kept going on all day, I don't have any idea.
Thanks, Everett, but thanks for bringing it back up.
No problem. No problem. Just trying to see what
No,
happens.
seriously, when I got that email from the guy, he goes, I know when a fit like that's going to happening, something's going to happen. One day somebody's going to snap. Either JD's going to jump over the console and strangle you, kill himself. Trey's just going to freak out and kill himself for no reason.
That's where my money is.
Just in anticipation of something happening. I mean, it could be a nice, normal day. Everybody's having a great time, and all of a sudden, Trey just strangles himself. Just through paranoia. How come I ain't in trouble for nothing today? Oh, they're going to jump me for that. Oh, let me tell you this. You'll love this, Dan. It's okay, Trey. You still got your job. I told Trey to, and that's for you too, Dan. I told Trey, I went, get Rob Thomas. Is that the right name?
Mark Thomas?
No, Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas.
Matchbox 20.
Oh, okay.
It's not the guy from Wendy's.
No.
All right, Rob Thomas. I went, get Rob Thomas back on the phone because I want to talk to him about the two sisters that we dated.
Okay.
All right. I've been waiting weeks for that. And Rob promised he would call after he did the in-studio thing. Trey sends me an email. The record rep from Matchbox 20 wants a drill. Can I borrow yours? Send it to him, and then they'll send it back. Well, what about Rob Thomas? Oh, I forgot about that. Well, I mean, let me get that straight. He goes, and I'll press harder to get that. But can I have a drill? The guy saw us drill a hole through the wall in here when Matchbox 20 was playing, and all of a sudden he wants to do it, but he won't go buy a drill. Trey comes to me, and now all of a sudden everybody that's on the show gets a gift.
Wait. Every time.
I had to give Def Leppard the Dremel that Dan gave me.
Every time I talk to that guy, he asked me about a drill.
You don't get a drill. You don't get gifts from a show just because you were on.
I've asked about Rob Thomas every time I've talked to him.
Well, then tell him no drill. When Rob Thomas calls, then perhaps there's a craftsman in it for him.
But he's
still going to argue with me.
So, no, I just said he asked about it. I didn't say I'd give him one. So anyways.
I wonder if I could keep them both.
I don't know.
Dan, if I could swing the budget, would you want to stay? Or are you set on your own show?
I'm pretty much set on my own show. I appreciate it, though.
Just a thought.
I know.
Just feels very warm, Dan, being back in the studio.
Man, it's great.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Seamless.
Even in the quiet parts, I'm cool with. It's kind of like Dan is the stabilizing factor of the show. Mm-hmm. Of course, we replace a foundation, Dan, with Shakey's Pizza. That's right.
Yeah, I saw his website.
Did they fix your website, Trey?
Yes.
All right. Did you see it when it was shaking, Dan?
Yes.
We're gonna have a CAT scan done on him because we think that his brainstem come unplugged. They're just kind of dangly. If you were to do an actual MRI or whatever the back of his head, you'd see his brainstem. It'd be like that far from really touching anything.
The dryer vent when it comes off in the back. Sometimes you don't see it right away. Look at that, 28 minutes in and 2 promos.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Yes, Byron?
Dan, how can you pass up the opportunity to stay again? Your own show sucked, and you're just going to pass it up.
Well, I appreciate your opinion of my show sucking, but I'm still going to try.
You've been on the golden train. How can you jump off again?
Because I spent 4.5 years concentrating on Russ's career, and I want to spend some time concentrating on mine. I appreciate it, though. Thanks.
I don't get it.
He wants you back. That's a compliment.
Yeah, and I appreciate the compliment, but I'm going to continue to try to do my own show.
Wow, I've never seen Laura channel through you like that.
She's close by.
That's 3 promos.
Yeah. Can we go home?
Yeah, if we left right now, just run these segments, the last 20 minutes over and over, we'd be okay for the day. You should have just accepted while Trey was standing there. And you could have called me later and told me no.
Yeah.
Just to watch him freak.
No, you're right.
Yeah, like he's not freaking now.
Trey, everything is fine.
You go out of your way to,
Yes.
to torment. Maybe I will. That's what Eddie's hoping for.
Eddie's got money on it. We all know sooner or later you're going to do it. It's just a matter of the football squares who wins the pot. All right. Do we have to break here?
Yes, we need to.
All right. You have to go anywhere? You want to hang out, Dan?
No, I do have to go, but I appreciate you having me up.
You want to say anything to the people that supported you overnight?
Well, yeah. It's basically...
Are you going to cry?
No. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
If you had told me in advance, I could work one up.
Go ahead.
No, I just appreciate all the support. I've gotten a lot of emails, and I appreciate the support of the people who listen to my show. And I thank them for listening, and hopefully I'll be back soon if everything works out.
And, of course, once again, he's left me out of the thank yous.
Yes, that's twice.
It's all right, Dan.
This was to thank the listeners.
No,
I've already thanked you. I sent you an email.
Did you really?
Yeah. Did you not get it?
Oh, I'm sure I did. I've been drunk the last couple of nights.
Oh.
I've been sick.
No, I appreciate all the support that you gave me the entire time. The weird kind of offhand support, but it did channel people to the website. Every time you would talk about us, I would get a lot of hits. So I appreciate it.
Then it worked out exactly as we had planned.
Exactly.
And your plan was?
Just to bag on your show every day.
Oh, yeah.
And you followed through by giving us a crappy promo to make fun of.
And
It's all part of the master plan.
Worked out well.
And people were trying to start stuff between me and you, and I wouldn't let them. Russ said this about you. Russ was being, blah, blah, blah. I just...
You know, something's weird. We were in the studio last night. Are we far behind, Eddie?
No, we're okay.
All right. We were in the studio last night. It was after we were off the air, and there's a guy on 7 to 11 now.
Ken Goldberg.
Yeah. We're just standing in here. He comes into the studio, I guess during one of his breaks. Or he did it while he was on the air, I don't know. And he comes in, he goes, it was like out of Fargo. He goes, are we square? Somebody had told him either I was pissed off at him or not to mess with me or something like that. I went, yeah, everything's fine. He goes, you sure? I went, yeah. He goes, well, a few people just told me some things.
Oh.
Well, what things? Well, just some things. Am I lying, Trey? You weren't here, weren't you?
No, I was here too.
Oh, Jay, yeah, okay.
Well, you do have kind of a reputation in the building for... You do.
What have I ever done, seriously, off the air to anybody?
Oh, off the air, nothing. But they don't understand the difference.
Trey made me spit whiskey out of my nose.
Did he really?
He looked over at Kenny and goes, off the air, Russ is the nicest person you'd probably ever want to meet. That crap burns.
It does.
I turned into a whiskey fountain. So I'm just curious what anybody's told him.
I don't know.
So just as he goes as he walks out, he looks at me and he goes, so we're square. Yeah, we're good. So that was it. All right. Phone call. We'll take a break. Yeah, Chad?
Dan,
Yes.
you'll regret this for the rest of your life, Dan.
No, I won't.
Take the job. These are the salad days of the Russ Martin Show. You can get your own show in 2-3 years.
Hey.
Yeah, that was a slam on you.
All right. How long before you can announce? Because we'll mention wherever you go.
As soon as I know, I'll let you know. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to be. Could be a week, could be 2 or 3.
So this other entity that you're talking to,
Right.
50-50 chance, 60-40?
About 60-40 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
And they had contacted you?
Yeah.
They've heard your show?
Yes.
Leave him alone, Everett. He's got enough problems.
Okay.
Well, I'm more comfortable instead of doing a lot of the stuff that you do. I'm more comfortable doing pretty much straight news talk. And they were looking for a show that does straight news talk, but with a sense of humor.
Eddie's laughing. Nobody knows what he's laughing at, so that's what.
I know he always has his own jokes going on in his head.
I was going to ask you something else. They say what time slot? Since we don't know who it is.
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
That's all stuff we're working on.
But you'll let us know.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll be sure to mention it so you can just beat me up on the air and drive more people to my website.
Good. All right, Chris, go ahead.
Me and Dan's other 2 listeners want to say farewell, and we will follow you, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And tell the squirrels hello for me.
Is that one of the
They're the
squirrels?
other 2 listeners.
Oh, I got it. All right, we'll be back. take some anger control classes. What do they call it? Anger management?
Yes.
Trey? You beat on the glass, you're screaming at us. You're being ugly.
You locked me out of the studio, and Dan was standing here.
Yeah.
That's just, I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of like coming home and finding
somebody's crying.
The ex-girlfriend. Even just sitting on the couch would be too much.
Yeah. I've always handled getting fired well in the past.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking, he didn't have the balls to fire me, so he just...
Put all your stuff out in the hall and change the locks on the door.
Yeah.
I don't think it didn't cross our minds.
But not before. Work on the show for the day, and then...
Yeah. You would have gotten paid for the day.
Yeah.
Well, he was acting like he'd worked and wasn't going to get compensation.
It's not like the day that you left at 6:15 and I had to dock you. Everything's fine. Dan's going to go get his own show. He ain't getting his own show. It'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, you were going to tell me, you started telling me as the spot was ending, what's the deal with Big Gay Steven and the report he filed against Kid Craddock's show?
Basically, the lead investigator that was on his case was the lead investigator for the girl, the waitress that got ran over at Bennigan's.
Okay.
So he basically had to drop everything when that happened, and he said he was working on the case this morning, check back with him in a week, and, he'll have something. But the reason why he hadn't returned phone calls or anything is that's been his sole priority for the last, couple weeks or however long.
What's to investigate? She did it. They have her in custody. And, of course, they just turned her loose on bond.
That was
bail.
Story I had.
That's right. Let her go. Let her out. She's not a flight risk.
Not at all. Where's that?
So that was their excuse for not following up on assault.
They said they are following up on it and that he got busy with that case. I don't really know anything about the investigative process, so, Is
there anything we can do to speed this up, Everett? Do you know everything we're talking about?
Yes. And no, there's not. I mean, the good news is there's a 2-year statute of limitations on misdemeanors, assuming they file it as a misdemeanor assault.
Okay.
So, we're not at any sort of problem in terms of, any sort of time constraints. They could conceivably file the case months from now, and it would still be timely.
Okay.
And it just gives the defendants more time to sweat it. Because they don't know when that warrant's going to be issued. They don't know when the police are going to come by their home or their office.
And there's no way for, if you're the person that's being filed against, there's no way for you to know at any point in time when that warrant's out.
Absolutely not. So, they're just going to have to sweat it that much longer. I mean, it's almost a bonus.
Well, it would have been a bonus had Stephen known what was going on.
Right.
He came in yesterday.
What did he?
He came in yesterday, or the day before, I forget, and said nobody was calling him back. He couldn't get any answers. He couldn't get anything.
Yeah, I would imagine that investigator was doing exactly what Trey said. It's a big, high-profile case. I'm sure.
Well, and you call somebody back and you go, hey, you know what? Here's what's going on. Your case will be followed up on. It's a 15-second phone call.
Right. No, I agree. But
isn't it funny how he just now started working on the case? I just started on it today.
No, he said he had been working on it, and he said, quite frankly, it's just the luck of the draw as far as who gets assigned to what, and he got assigned, like Everett said, that's a high-profile case, and they wanted,
I'm just saying, isn't it funny that the day you call, I just started that. It's funny you'd call and ask me about it.
So, but he said, check back with him in a week, and he would have an update for us.
Okay.
So
we'll do that then.
Yes, we will.
You ever written down?
Yes, I do.
Good boy. Go outside. All right. I was going to ask Everett something. Oh, the cop that wrote me the ticket on the tollway?
yes.
I don't know why the other cops are so pissed off, but I had another Dallas cop send me a link or send me information about the cop that wrote me the ticket.
Right.
About something he had gone up in front of the grand jury about.
I saw that.
I don't get it.
They love you.
They do. They absolutely love you. I've told you this before, I think.
It's just a stinking ticket. It's a speeding ticket. It's honest to God, it's not like he pulled me over and, beat me for a while.
Right. Well, I think the police know that you're a big supporter of the police and the firemen here in town, and I think they take personal offense at the fact that this guy wrote you a ticket.
And he was snotty.
Yeah, that was the only problem, was he was just being an ass.
Right.
It's like I said before, it's like he was looking for an argument. When he said, do you know why I pulled you over? And I went, no. And he asked me again. I went, no. That's when he leaned in the window and went, wrong answer. Great. Getting beat on the tollway. Ain't nothing like paying 75 cents to get your ass wailed on.
By a cop that doesn't even have jurisdiction.
Is it okay to say that?
Sure. But getting back to what you were saying about the...
Well, let me ask you something off the air. Just let it go?
Yeah.
All right.
No sweat.
Okay.
What I was going to say about this grand jury event.
I don't know for sure that that's actually him or it came from a Dallas police officer, but that was everything that was in the email. The guy goes, I'm a Dallas police officer. Let me give you some background on the cop that wrote you the ticket.
Well, that's probably pretty good information, and I'll tell you how I can verify it.
All right.
And that is by doing what's called an open records request. Any sort of criminal offense, any sort of criminal charge that has been filed against an officer, if in fact he was an officer at the time this case was filed,
right,
ends up going through a separate process called internal affairs through the police department. In other words, they investigate.
Edward, it's just a traffic ticket. I'll pay it.
No, you won't. Bite your tongue. You don't pay traffic tickets. What's wrong with you?
So what's the purpose of doing all of this?
Well, if he is a witness at your trial, his credibility is an issue. I mean, if we are to believe that he wrote you a ticket and is being truthful, it's important for the jury not only to hear his testimony, but also to know a little bit about him. And
can't they do the same thing to me?
Well, absolutely.
Well, I'm screwed.
Well, there's nothing about you that's a secret. You lay it all out there on the line. There's truly
You don't
nothing.
think anybody's going to challenge my credibility?
Well, there's absolutely, first of all, you're presuming that we'll necessarily put you on the stand. You have an absolute right not to take the stand, and I suspect that we won't put you on the stand.
You're going to a lot of time and trouble just for a ticket.
I'm there every day.
All right.
Whether I'm working on your ticket or somebody else's, I'm there.
Well, anyway, the information that the cop sent me said the guy was no build.
Well, I can find out what the alleged facts were from the report from Internal Affairs and find out what their disposition was separate and apart from what the grand jury did.
You want this to go to trial?
Yes.
All right. That answers the rest of the stuff.
Well, aren't you curious?
Anyway, just my point, not really. I didn't give a rat's ass. Okay. I just thought it was funny that I had a Plano cop drop me off a duffel bag with the Plano logo on it. Here, sorry, you got a ticket. I had some other guys call and send emails. It just strikes me as weird.
I've had several cops approach me at the courthouse. Very upset that you were written this ticket.
All right. You ready for this?
If you'd like.
Okay.
Here's the...
What is this?
It's the audio that's been checked by everybody in this building.
I don't like that. Now it's no longer a gamble. I put it in. I know I'm going to get it's going to pay off every time.
The guy bringing Dr. Pepper, so they had to let him listen to it.
You check this. You check the levels on this, would you? All right. Eddie, did you guys get the audio from that kid's toy and isolate it?
We tried several times, but in order to filter it down, it sounds so metallic that you can't tell. Matt says that he actually believes it's mixed so much with the background noise that you'll never actually be able to see what it says.
Oh, okay.
He's still messing with it, but he said...
Does he have the toy?
No, I just made a recording of it for him.
Oh, okay. Were you here for that, Everett?
No.
You know what toy we're talking about, right?
Mm-mm.
Is it in here?
Yeah, it's right behind Everett.
You grab that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you've already heard this, right?
Yes.
Somebody called and said that it's not saying I hate you, it's saying my baby.
Sounds like I hate you to me.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
I'll just do this once because we wore this out the other day. The battery's still good on this? Yes, it is. I'll let it cycle through twice. What's that to you?
I hate you.
I'm still getting my baby out of it now.
That last word is definitely you.
You think?
To me.
All right.
And remember, it was made in China or Japan, so if somebody was trying to use broken English, that may be, the words I hate you may not be real clear. And that may be why it's a little slurry, but it's definitely, the last word is you, and it sounds like hate.
You think it's another way the zippers are getting back at us?
No. I think we won that war.
Oh, that was Japan, though, wasn't it?
That was Japan.
Okay. I'm still going with... Now... Yeah, I'm sticking with baby.
Think so?
Yeah.
It shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be that ambiguous, clearly it needs to be removed.
Yeah, you're right. I still contend if it's saying my baby, we come out with our own line of I hate you boats. These little baby toys.
Well, they'd sell.
Oh, yeah.
Just little different phrases of I hate you, put your face in the dryer bag, stuff like that.
Negative affirmations.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 3:55. Damn. 3:55. J.D. Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with News.
Thank you, Russ. News is brought to us by Dodge. Here we go. Wednesday, January 22nd, 2003. Birthdays today. DJ Jazzy Jeff is 38. Diane Lane from The Perfect Storm and Unfaithful. She's 38 today. Linda Blair turns 44. Steve Perry of Journey, depending on who you talk to, is either 50 or 54. Teddy Gentry is 51. John Hurt turns 63. Dallas City Council has voted 10-3 this afternoon to ban smoking in restaurants and many other public places. Restaurant owners
You're not reading the story that I sent you.
No, I'm not.
Did you read it all the way to the end?
I fell out of the chair. I should.
Oh, you show it to
Showed it there, buddy. I said, I should get on and read it just exactly the way it's written. You won't hit the delay.
Go ahead.
No, I ain't reading that. I don't even have it.
I sent JD a story about the smoking ban. Do you still have it?
Yes, somewhere. Yeah, I do have it.
I just changed the last line.
Spruced it up a little bit.
Just a hair.
Yeah, read that.
Read the last paragraph. Don't read it out loud, but just read the last paragraph.
Okay.
Only showing radio, but we have inside jokes. I can't tell.
I think even if they're dry, you don't want them in there.
Because they smell funny if they're wet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Restaurant owners told
But that would be a good ban.
Oh, yeah.
Because who wants to sit next to a wet one?
No, not me.
Go ahead. But the ban would drive business to nearby suburbs. Mayor Miller, who pushed hard for the ban, says opponents were unable to produce any credible studies showing restaurants' business will suffer. The ban will take effect March 1st. It allows bars and billiard halls to designate areas where patrons may smoke. Restaurants, no more.
All right, who blew it? Hand me the Lysol. I just heard Eddie float an air cake. You change your diet? What are you eating now?
Oh, it's back to the regular, just the low meat.
Oh, I got it. High protein, low carb?
Yeah.
All right. What was I going to say? What are we talking about?
The smoking ban.
Oh, yeah. Even though I think it's a stupid thing, just because you go to a bar or whatever, not a bar, but you go to a restaurant, you just know it's a chance that you're going to take sitting next to a smoker. But now I'm more apt to go to Dallas to eat.
Yeah. Well, I think in order for a lot of restaurants to be competitive in Dallas with Plano, it's a necessary move.
Don't they allow smoking in Plano?
No. Plano's had the similar ban for...
I thought they readjusted it.
Did they?
I think so.
Oh, well, I never eaten Plano, so last time I ate there, I know that they didn't have any smoking areas.
I mean, it's cool to be able to go into some place and sit down and know that some, jackass isn't going to set a table over and fire one up.
What if it's a restaurant... Like, okay, we go to Abuelos from time to time. They get the restaurant area, but then they also have the bar area.
Yeah.
I think if a certain portion of the earnings of the restaurant /bar derive from alcohol, then it's okay.
Okay.
I just say put all the smokers in one area, surround them with box fans. or do like they do at the airport.
Glass them in.
Because that's funny to watch. Yeah.
All ashen faces in there.
Yeah. It's almost like you're walking by some kind of exhibit.
You really are.
Or a science test.
Yeah.
And they'll all stand there in that room together and smoke like nothing's going on. I still think they screwed up.
Dallas?
Yeah. But now this just affects restaurants. It doesn't, you say it doesn't affect the bars?
It does not affect bars. It is just restaurants.
What, Trey? I'm sorry, what? All right. I see your hand. Yes?
There are a lot of bars that serve food, and it puts you in there's an iffy category.
That's what I just asked.
Was there a percentage?
I don't know what the final percentage was. It was as high as your food sales. You were classified as a bar if your food sales were less than 25% of your total gross.
Because I know if you have a handgun license, you can't take it into any place where their sales of alcohol is more than 50. I think it's 51%. So obviously the state classifies a bar as anything where the sales are over 51% of their income of alcohol.
But Laura Miller was trying for 75%, and I don't know what.
75% of what?
Of total sales. You were classified a bar if 75% of your total sales were liquor. Less than 25% food.
Well, it seems like bars would want that.
Yeah.
Well, you'd like a lower percentage. Let's say your food sales are 40% of your gross, then if, under the way it was structured, you would be classified as a restaurant.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Yes, I like that too. I'm doped up today. Go ahead.
Oh, we don't hear much about HIV like we used to, mainly because people who are HIV positive can live much longer thanks to the little drug cocktails they got going. But HIV is still out there, and HIV still leads to AIDS, and AIDS still kills people. So would you believe this if I told you there was a subculture of gay men with HIV who are actually having unprotected sex and want to be infected?
Yes.
You would believe that?
Yes.
I thought you would freak out at this.
No.
Wow. Did I ask why you believe that?
I'm guessing it's like, what's the gun, the game you play with the gun where there's only one bullet in the chamber?
Russian roulette?
Yeah, it's that. Except it was with b-holes. That's literally what it is. They're playing Russian roulette with their weenies.
Yeah, you're pretty close, actually. This came out in Rolling Stone. Article says that 25% of the newly infected gay men sought infection from someone who is HIV positive. In fact, they've even got names for these people. Those who want the disease are called bug chasers, and those who are purposely giving it to them are called gift givers.
Well, that's not even a Russian roulette. You're specifically getting somebody with AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
Suicide.
Yeah. They think, quote unquote, why would you want this? They think it is erotic. Rolling Stone quoted one guy saying, the moment I get HIV will be the most erotic thing I can imagine. And it's not just the bug chasers that get turned on, the gift givers are even worse. They found a guy who explained it through a quote, I'm murdering him in a sense, killing him slowly, and that sort of, as sick as it sounds, excites me. That's freaky. Sorry.
What is it about the gay culture?
That is...
There's one thing to, prefer a member of the same sex, but why is everything else got to be weird? All of a sudden your butt becomes a Tupperware storage shed, and everything goes into it. Or things in your tinkle. I'm sorry if I'm being too...
yeah, I get it.
Graphic. Yes. But they like to stick things in their tinkle.
Just sounds funny to say.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not laughing at the actual things going in.
But they do that.
Yeah, they do.
I heard one time on the radio 5-6 years ago, some gay guy called into a show and he was talking about his lover would stick his finger inside his tinkle.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of that.
Like a
finger?
Yeah, like a up to a knuckle in your tinkle.
You get the tinkle knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dr. Fetner says he has a couple of cases of those a month. People come in with things up there.
In their tinkle.
And sometimes it goes too far and they can't get it out, so they got to go to the doctor.
Doesn't it kind of hurt to even talk about it?
Yeah. One time I had, I went in, I don't even know when it was, but they had to do a little swab on the end of my tinkle. But they had to stick the Q-tip in a little bit. And that just a little. And that grossed me out. I don't know how you stick fingers.
Anything. I pray to God I never go to the hospital and have to have a catheter. Can you imagine?
Oh, they have to knock me out.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Have you had one ever?
I've had a catheter.
They stick in your tinkle?
Yes, they do.
They knock you out?
Yes, they did, thankfully. I had no idea how far into my tinkle it was until they pulled it out.
How far did they have to go in?
Several feet, it seemed, when they
into
pulled
the
it
next
out.
room?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, what, Trey? Yes?
I had it all the way to the bladder. It's not pleasant. And I wasn't knocked out or given any pain medication.
How could they do it without knocking you out? Yeah, you have something to add, Eddie?
No.
Okay. Now, were you actually at the hospital, or was this some kind of rave party?
I was at the hospital.
How far is it to the bladder? I must ask.
I mean,
6 inches, a foot?
Oh, like 2-3 feet.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
To the bladder?
Yes.
It's a long way. It's amazing how much tube they pulled out, because I was out when they put mine in, so I had no idea. I thought maybe, a couple of inches. No.
Why wouldn't they put you out? Did you ask to be knocked out?
I think I was probably too young.
What'd they stick it in there for?
They thought I had some kind of bladder problem, and they needed to put dye in there.
I think it was just a cruel trick by your family.
No. I had to do it 3 times.
That's a trick. Little Trey, ready to go back to the doctor this week for your little weenie check?
I don't really want to go.
Well, I know, but it's only the 3rd time this week.
Oh, then it must not be a trick.
Yeah. Hop up in the baby seat and let's go.
Actually, the worst part of it, or next to the worst part, is when you have to go to the bathroom after. It burns like you can't imagine.
Puff air come out?
No, but you can feel it all you can feel all that tubing that's been irritated, and it hurts.
How big is the tubing?
Well, I mean,
it's probably about a 1/4 inch in diameter.
Oh yeah, Fetner's still to that.
Fetner's,
yeah.
Like a pen.
But yeah, your urethra gets all holed out, man, and it...
Quit it!
Well, it does. Burns.
Don't they stick things in there from time to time with like little razor blades on them to clean stuff out?
No, that's Roto-Rooter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they
don't do that to your
no.
weenie?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I see some guys on hold and saying, quit it. This is grossing me out. But they do that, don't they?
I think so.
Like a little tube, and then the little razors come out, and it spins in circles really fast.
No, it doesn't do that.
I think it does.
No,
yeah.
It's never happened.
I can't think of anything else gross.
Well, let's get back to this.
How do we get off on that?
Oh,
the gays and AIDS and stuff.
Gays wanting AIDS. I mean, you're getting HIV. You know you're going to die.
Take it. Just take it. Let them have it.
Well, I know, but I guess if you're that nutty, what the hell? We're not going to miss you. While it's far too early to safely say the Mavericks have reclaimed their mojo, they treated the Houston Rockets like their personal little punching bag last night, halting their 3-game losing streak before it got truly serious with a much-needed 107-86 game at the American Airlines Center. That makes 2 victories by a combined 34 points over the Rockets this season. The Bee Gees' name has died, along with Maurice Gibb. One of the surviving members said. Robin Gibb said he and his older brother would no longer use the name under which they and their brothers Maurice performed for more than 30 years. Quote, anything we do, we will do together, but it'll be as brothers, not under the name Bee Gees.
Did you hear that one of the brothers said he could feel that
That's my next story.
Then I'll shut up.
No. And on another note, Maurice and Robin Gibb share twin telepathy. Thank you. According to the National Enquirer, Robin said, quote, the morning Maurice took ill, I had stomach pains for an hour or 2 at the very time. It was a discomforting feeling that someone wasn't right, and I had pains. I've never had pains like that before. The Enquirer also claims that Maurice struggled to stay alive until Robin could make the 5,000-mile trip from England to Miami to see him. A so-called source close to the family says it was as if Maurice somehow knew Robin was on his way.
They say that identical twins especially have a really significant connection in that regard, that when one twin dies unexpectedly, that the life expectancy of the other one goes way down.
Yeah, I dated twins at one point, and the girl I was with from time to time, her twin sister would call and go, never mind, it's not even funny. It's not.
Now you got to tell me.
Say
no,
it.
It's not.
Say it.
Are you falling down the stairs?
Okay, Shania Twain may not enjoy performing, but she's going to suck it up and pretend she does. She'll be at halftime of the Super Bowl on Sunday, especially since she'll be flying over the Raider fans. She's
actually going to fly?
She's going to be suspended from a crane.
All right. But is she going to be flying, or is she going to be in like some kind of bucket thing? Because with Dick Clark, he said this. I know. The American Music Awards is going to be the greatest thing ever on television. All she did was walked up to the second level.
She'll be doing something similar to this there, too. She'll be in a crane as she sings Up and Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And then the stage is going to extend from the field into the crowd, so maybe she'll walk up and hold some hands.
Wow.
Yeah. And Dixie Chicks, by the way, are doing the national anthem.
In F sharp.
In F sharp, absolutely.
What does that mean, Everett?
Well, that's just a key.
I understand that, but why is that big of a deal?
Well, the national anthem traditionally is thought of as the most, or one of the most difficult songs to sing because the range is so tremendous. You have to have a really good range, and oftentimes groups or people will adjust the key of the song to comport with whatever their particular vocal range is.
Got it. So what does that mean?
Well, it means that they've adjusted the key of the song, of the national anthem.
Is F sharp that much from whatever the song really is?
To be honest with you, I don't know the key that the national anthem was written in, but presumably that's an adjustment.
Because every time on CNN today, when they mentioned the Dixie Chicks were going to perform, they said an F sharp. Yeah. Like that means anything to me.
Well, they got a whole orchestra behind her, and all those people got to relearn it.
Is it harder to play at F sharp?
No, it just means that they're transposing. I mean, all the keys relative to each other, all the notes in the song relative to each other are going to be the same. It's just everything is going to be shifted in a particular direction to be more consistent with the vocal range of the people singing it. In other words, they don't want to have it in a key that is going to make it difficult for the Dixie Chicks to sing.
They're singing it in their own key.
Yes.
Why don't you just say that?
Well, because you wanted an explanation, presumably.
I just want to know why it's that big of a deal. They're just going to sing it in their own key.
They're going to sing it in a key that's more consistent with their vocal range.
Got it. Yes, Hillary?
Oh, I had to tell you about catheters. There's not 2 feet of a catheter that goes up inside of you, except I'm sure, Russ, in your case, it would probably be close to that much. It's actually closer to about 8 or 10 inches that actually goes up inside of the person.
Hey, Everett's shaking his head.
No way.
I'm a nurse, dude. I've put in 1 million catheters.
Have you ever had one go in?
No.
Well, then when you have one go in, you can tell us how long it is.
It's different with men and women. It's a shorter distance from the outside to the inside.
Hold on a second. Everett, you really think it's longer than like 6 or 7 inches?
Yeah, I was astounded when they started pulling it out.
8 to 10.
What, Trey?
Trust me.
I know that it's longer than that.
Now, the actual catheter is longer than that, but the amount of it that goes up inside of you isn't.
When they go to your bladder, it's a lot more than 10 inches. Okay, you're right.
See? Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, perfect.
Here's a guy that says he does it to himself 6 to 8 times a day just to have to go to the bathroom. The tube is 16 inches long. A lady's is 6 inches long.
I'll go with that.
16 inches long?
Yeah. He says right here. And he says he does it 6 to 8 times a day to himself.
It's brutal.
That's a long way.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Damn.
I had one for about a week.
I have to give it quarters for the tollway. All right, go ahead.
All right, truck carrying 70,000 bottles of vodka turned over.
You got to break bad? All right, just make that your last story.
All right, there we
use
go.
Your story later.
Truck carrying 70,000 bottles of vodka turned over on the LA freeway Tuesday. The California Highway Patrol had its hands full keeping Diana Ross out of the crime scene. News and information brought to us by Bell Bottoms and the Pepsi Super.
Had the freakiest dream. Got to be the most surreal dream I've ever had in my life.
Even more so than the time you were having sex with your mom?
I wasn't banging her.
Oh.
She was just naked in the bed with me. Please.
Okay. What happened? What could possibly top that?
I told Rob, and he just sat at his desk and stared at me. But, in fact, as I was telling him, it really sounds like... Hang on, let me see what this is. It sounds like I'm making it up. Okay. Yes, Robert?
Yeah. Yesterday, you made the comment to Trey that if he didn't do something, you'd fire him.
Uh-huh.
And if he is... Here's my question.
All right.
If he is a full contract, full salary person, Do you have the authority to do that?
No.
So you don't have the authority to terminate his contract? Okay.
Hold on. Yes, Trey? Hand? Yes?
Really?
Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't push that, Trent home.
I'm sorry. What?
You don't have that authority?
No. Does that change anything?
No, because if you wanted it done, Bob would do it.
What do you think? I was just going to volunteer that information? It's any good to threaten to fire people if you got to follow it with, well, I can't really.
True. Check with Bob first. Oh. Okay.
Does it make you feel better?
No.
Good.
Yeah, it really shouldn't.
No. Eddie, do you have the audio from yesterday?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you piece it all together?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to hear this, E?
Yes, I do.
It's the actual results of, why is it 11 minutes long? Is that how long it took her?
It actually was over 20 minutes. I cut out all the stuff in the middle.
So everybody got tested?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start with JD.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You have the questions.
I have the questions. What we'll do is we'll go through each one of the questions, what his answer was, and what his results were.
Okay. Here we go. Question number
on
one.
JD, first question. Do you
want to hear each of the questions, or you just want to know the outcome?
I want to hear the questions.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not that entertaining.
Okay. Then I want to hear the outcome.
Until you get to Trey.
Okay.
I'll let you hear a little piece at the beginning, just so you get a feel for the questions that everyone was asked.
Okay. Sounds good.
But Trey.
Right. We're going to focus on him.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to do with the death threats against Russ? He answered no and showed no deception.
How'd you do that?
I don't.
All right.
Do you have any knowledge of who is doing the death threat? He answered no and showed no deception.
Told you.
The third question.
Wait a minute. If you drink before one of these tests, does that help you lie?
Does it help you lie?
Yeah.
No, but there wasn't anybody but one person who had just a little bit to drink.
That was me.
So that won't affect your polygraph.
And I told her that just as soon as we got off the air. That was because I still had the cough going. Anyway, so you got a feel for the questions.
Right.
All right.
JD's off the hook.
JD's off the hook.
Question number 3. Are you cooperating with whomever is doing the death threats? He answered no, and he passed, and no deception indicated.
So based on your professional opinion, he has absolutely nothing to do with this.
Right.
Okay. All right. That was the same questions that everybody was asked.
Gotcha.
How far do I have to go into this, Eddie?
A little over 5 minutes.
All right. And Trey answered the same questions.
Answered the same way.
With another 10 or 12 added.
I see. I haven't heard it yet.
Because Everett hasn't heard it. That's JD. I wonder what he's about to say.
No.
Is that in?
Yes. We checked this audio. Okay.
Be like strangling a bobblehead.
Head's not big. Anyway. So Eddie thought about it, and he did that to cover his tracks.
Okay, that's the end of Eddie's. We're almost there.
Okay.
What?
He's fault. No, this is
So in your professional opinion, and Diane, you've been doing this how long?
About 18 years.
Okay.
Now, what are the chances of me beating a lie detector test?
Well, like I said, the accuracy is about...
She said it was about 5%.
Okay.
Of the people they don't catch.
Gotcha.
Forwarding to Trey's again.
Have a better chance of passing it. Is that JD that's complaining about his results or about Eddie's results?
You know what? It is. And I remember we left a question out just so JD wouldn't get in trouble.
That's right.
You want to keep mouthing, John? You sure? Mm-hmm. We can certainly bring it up. I don't mind.
No. I believe Eddie didn't.
I forgot all about that.
What was the question?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? It was obviously something.
I asked Russ not to do it on the air. Thank you.
What was it?
And he agreed.
Did I?
You did.
But that was yesterday, right?
That was forever. Don't help me.
Let me play this, and then if you want to guess, you can guess later.
Please. that has serious consequences.
I think
these
I know.
test results for future reference in the event anything ever comes up.
Okay.
I won't say what the question. We're still talking about JD in the question there.
Gotcha.
Oh, and it said you were lying, and we'll let it go at that. Forwarding again. Right here.
Here, I happen to have 50.
I want it in all tens.
Oh, okay. I have to get back to you.
He needs to give me 100 so I don't say what it is.
You play the band.
www.don'tlie.com.
Okay. She had done Jesus, shut up! Can I mention the Craddock thing? What do people do this in the car? I know I would. If I'm listening to this,
no.
I'd be smacking on the dash. Shut up and move on.
Deception indicated. Have you ever fantasized about performing anal sex on poultry? No, and no deception indicated.
These are obviously trace questions.
Yes.
All right.
As well they should be.
So he's passed the poultry question.
Good.
Have you ever been asked to leave a petting zoo for sexual reasons? No, no deception indicated.
Well on his way to passing.
Right. So far, so good.
And he also passed all the other stuff about the death threats.
So he's off the hook there.
So right now it's and O'Malley passed too. So it's none of the 5 people on the show.
Excellent.
Well, I don't know if that's good or not.
Well, it is. It means your buddies aren't trying to hose you.
It could also mean it's a real person.
Well, that is bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever had sexual thoughts about other men? No. Deception indicated.
You really should have told me to stop. That's what I would have done. I'd have quit. How much of a deception?
How much of a deception?
Yeah.
Well, you either pass or fail a question, so.
Read that question again, though.
Have you ever had sexual thoughts about other men?
See, I have, but then I'd ook out. So if I said no, mine would show deception, too.
Well, I'm just looking at gay Steven out there and thinking, in my mind, at some point he's been with that guy and they've done this, and so in a way, in my mind, I've thought about, not me personally, but the act.
Well, plus it was hard being the fact that we had 2 guys kissing in here yesterday.
Yeah.
All right.
Excuses.
I've helped you dance around this. You're welcome. Let's continue on.
Have you ever had dreams where you were having sex with another man? No. No deception indicated.
Congratulations. Go ahead.
Had you at any time considered making death threats against Russ Martin? No. No deception indicated.
Why was that one in there?
Have you ever tried to perform oral sex on yourself? No. No deception indicated.
You liar. Go ahead.
Have you ever pulled your penis between your legs and pretended you were a woman? He said no, and there was deception indicated.
Well.
You all right, Everett?
Yeah.
I think JD faces up to it in this, too.
Yeah, why not? I was a kid, you know.
Well, you want to see what it looks like.
Before I'd ever seen one, I thought, I wonder if that's what it looks like. I was young. Don't look at me.
We were out of cake. I don't know what that means.
Didn't ask me these questions.
I'd have flunked, if this was me, I'd have flunked every one of these just because the paranoia would have kicked in and I'd sit there and think my way through every single one of them.
You get nervous.
I hate lie detector tests.
Got it.
How many are left, Diane?
There's 4 more questions.
All right, go ahead.
Have you ever enjoyed looking at gay porn? No. Deception indicated.
Trey.
Have you made any recordings making death threats against Russ Martin? No. No deception indicated. Do you finger your anus during masturbation?
That's enough.
No. No deception indicated.
Let's stop on that one.
Do you want to stop on that one?
I forget what the last question is.
Well, the last question's a pretty good one.
Hold on. Let me take you off the air. Hold on. What's the last one? I just like the way she read those.
So matter of fact.
Yeah. I forget what the last one was now. Oh. Yeah, that one's not bad. Hold on a second. It's not as funny as the other one, but go ahead. All right, go ahead, Diane.
Have you ever had any type of sports award or trophy inserted into your anus? No, and no deception indicated.
We just keep giggling from here? Okay. All right, so everybody's cleared on the show.
More or less.
Yeah.
We've answered some questions, and now we have others.
Right. You okay, Trey?
Yeah.
We took out the ugly question.
I appreciate it.
So is Eddie selling squares on Trey's suicide, or is it an over-under situation?
I don't think it matters. I'm more curious now who's doing this thing with the death threats. Got an email from somebody that said, do we have to break here? An email from somebody that said they think that Eddie paid off the polygraph chick.
Interesting theory.
And Everett didn't take one.
I don't. This just isn't an Everett thing.
Now, once you start talking about animal heads, I mean, I like live animals, not dead ones. I'm not into shooting.
I mean, it would certainly shock me if it were Everett.
Yes.
Shock me too.
Yeah.
And Eddie didn't pay her off. She's licensed by the state. She's held to a much higher standard than being paid off to do anything, in my opinion. I just think he's a great liar. I think that's how he got by, personally. I do. I think you're a consummate liar.
So you're saying he has no conscience?
He'll admit that.
You don't have a conscience?
No.
He's admitted it to me many times. He goes, I'd like to feel bad, but I never do.
Yeah, he said, didn't he say something like, sometimes you feel bad about not feeling bad?
Yeah, I want to feel bad. Yeah. And that kind of bothers me.
That in itself is a conscience. It's just not a very good one.
Yep.
All right. I still don't think he could beat the lie detector test.
Okay.
She asked too many different questions in too many different ways.
That's true.
Well, and I think if it were anyone on the show, there'd be a punchline by now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because I'm sick of the bit.
Yeah. If it were a bit, it would have worn thin by now.
Because nothing has happened since really the last one that we got, the call that we got was last Thursday. Friday was a copycat. Nothing Monday. Nothing this week. So either something big is coming or the bit's over.
Yeah.
Or you got tired of messing with you and it's just going to kill you.
At least that's a punch to the setup.
It's a bad one, but yeah, it's a punch.
All right. We'll be back. He just wouldn't come out and tell me what the hell he wanted.
No, he's very cryptic. Comes from being a lawyer. I'm sorry, I really want a shot, but you know.
We're not talking about you. Ken Goldberg that is on at 7 o'clock now.
Right.
Like when he came into the studio last night after we were off the air, and it was during one of his breaks in one of the other studios. He came in and he just wouldn't come out and say whatever it was that he wanted.
He's probably intimidated by you.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. He just kept going, I hear that I got a tiptoe down here.
Sounds like he was feeling you out to see what
just
kind of
come in and go, you know what? Are we okay? But he just never came around to that. So I just stood here with a blank look on my face. Yeah, everything's fine. I don't know. I don't know what Bob McNeil told him. I don't know what Bob's telling anybody. But obviously Bob's telling them something.
And maybe
he must have heard something.
Talking in the building, you know. People have gotten cross with you in this building before, and that's not the thing to do. So maybe you just ask them the rules. Hey, what are the rules?
I suppose. Hello?
Hey, can I ask Everett a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask, I got a deadly conduct charge against me, and I want to know if I'm ever going to be able to get my handgun license.
Well, it depends on the outcome of your case.
What do you mean?
Well, what's going on with your case right now? Are you set up for trial?
The case is already done. I had to plead guilty because the district attorney or the prosecutor kind of framed me in a way. So I had
all that evidence?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the evidence. He said it was filed as a misdemeanor, and he said if I didn't take the plea that he was going to turn around and file it as a felony.
Okay.
And I'd already paid my lawyer. My lawyer was like, "Well, it's going to be a bunch more money, you know, if it goes to a felony." So
is it a what class misdemeanor is it?
I think it's a Class A.
Yeah, it's Class A. Are you on probation then, presumably?
Well, no, I just paid a $1,000 fine, and they just kind of let me go. It was a plea bargain.
But you're not having to report. You're not under any sort of impediment. Well, was this in Dallas County?
No, it was in Grayson County.
Okay. Yeah, if you're out from any sort of legal impediment, probation or what have you, you've got 5 years from the date that impediment is removed before you can apply for your handgun license.
Okay.
So 5 years you can apply.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
What did you do? The case is over. Tell us really what you did.
Well, I was drunk one night, and me and my wife got into an argument. I used to live out in the country, and we used to shoot all the time, so my guns were out. But she called the cops. Cops came, and they said that I don't know. They said I was deadly conduct because I was drunk and I had my guns out.
Yeah, deadly conduct is kind of a catch-all. It's kind of like a glorified version of disorderly conduct. If they can't really pigeonhole you into any particular offense, they just kind of lump you into that offense. But yeah, you can get one. You just have to wait 5 years.
Okay. When did we do news last?
45 minutes.
Is that it?
Something like that.
All right.
We were late.
Were we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because Dan stopped in for a visit.
Right.
What? What's the stairs?
You just can't help it. I mean, you sit at home, just dream of ways to...
No, I don't.
Or Eddie does.
This was Eddie's idea.
You just take great delight in it.
I thought it was a dandy one.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that you're locked out, Dan's standing here in your spot, and all your crap's sitting out on the carpet outside. You gotta admit, if we did that to JD, and he was as paranoid as you, it would be funny.
If you'd seen your face, you'd laugh because it was pure terror.
Well, the fact that you're beating on the window and you're screaming.
Yeah, as a dispassionate observer, I loved it.
Yeah.
Well, if Everett loved it, then...
Plus, look at what you did. You wigged out. That's the way, if we ever fire him, that's the way we'll have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just change the locks on the door.
Yeah.
Because he'll wig. Won't you?
Probably.
See?
You're right.
I think the reason he was doing it today was I wasn't man enough to fire him. I just changed. It's like the way I break up with chicks. I just stopped calling them.
Put their stuff in the hall.
Yeah.
And the next girl sitting in is standing in his place.
That's the way we'll do it.
Okay.
All right. Yes, Jim?
Hey, Russ.
Yeah?
Sometimes, buddy, I don't know if you're stupid or if you just like to act that way.
A little bit of both.
The other day you were talking about, like, Henry Wade, like he was still the DA of Dallas. You know it's like the 30-year anniversary of Roe versus Wade, right?
Yes.
So, you know.
I didn't know he was dead.
Anymore.
What? Was that it?
Well, no. Also, you know, you're always talking about abortion. I don't think you've ever really mentioned your opinion on abortion. You know, do you have one?
On abortion?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I think stairs.
Nope. Nope. You don't.
I have an opinion on abortion.
What is it?
Sometimes I think
no.
Oh, really? I did.
Would you like to tell us?
What?
Your opinion on abortion.
Sometimes I like stairs.
Okay, never mind.
Nobody's really ever asked me that.
I think it's kind of presumed.
What?
What your opinion would be.
That I would be for abortion?
Well, I think you would be for post-birth abortions if that question were submitted to you. You're not a big fan of children.
Well, that doesn't mean I would believe in abortion.
Well, are you pro-choice or pro-life?
I like the stairs. I don't know. I got to think about it.
That one time in your life when you thought a chick was pregnant.
Yeah, we were going to have it.
You were going to actually have the baby.
Yeah, this was back in the 70s. That's when I started using condoms.
Okay.
Right after I thought I got her pregnant, she was late on her period for like 3 weeks.
Did you ever discuss abortion at all?
Okay. Got her on the roof a couple of times.
No.
Okay. You have something to say, Trey? Ham? Yes?
Was that because she was against it, or just what?
I don't even think we ever talked about it. It's been so long. I don't know. Yes, I'm, what do they call it? Pro-choice?
Pro-choice.
Yes.
Okay. Because I discussed it with a girlfriend once when she was, at this point, almost 2 months.
She pregnant with your kid?
Yeah. Would have been.
It was 2 months?
Yeah, we're right about 6 weeks, and she goes, that's what she told me. She goes, well, I'm late and real late, and you need to know. Oh, my head.
Wow, 2 months?
Yeah.
Don't they like out heads and everything by then?
No, I think
they do.
I think you can have an abortion up to the 3rd month. I think. I'm not sure. But we actually discussed it, and I mean, I was 18. I was like, oh, my God, my life is over. College, going.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to have to quit everything, and I was going to have to get a job and raise this kid and get married, and everything was done.
I'm not proud of the fact that I was leaning that way, I got to be honest. Not proud of it, but.
You don't live in a 2-story house?
Stop it. Push him down the stairs.
You don't make it look like you did. I would say up to a certain point. I don't know what the law is, but I think when you can look at it, the sonogram or whatever they do, if you can look at it and you go, I see a human in there, I would say that's probably the cutoff day.
I don't know what day that is. I really don't.
Something to say, Trey?
Knock it off. Let me have it raise my hand. Please.
Yes, Mr. Trenholm. What?
It's you.
Thank you. All right.
That's a good lockup too.
It looked like he had a point.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
It's legal in the first trimester.
I'm not talking about what's legal.
And then I think you can do it all the way up to like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, 2nd trimester for medical reasons.
I would say 4 or 5 months. That's pretty good ways into the pregnancy.
Yes.
I mean, you got
a baby now.
Yeah, you got a pretty good one in the oven.
Oh, and then there are partial birth abortions, which
quit it.
Are
thank you. Time out. Don't want any more.
God, you just mentioned something. During the first trimester, the uterus begins to stretch gently to make room
is this an email?
Baby. Yes, the baby grows to the length of 3 inches. This is the first trimester, and a weight of about 1 ounce by the end of the 3rd month. It is during this time that the vital organs, heart, lung, intestines, brain, eye, ears, skeleton are formed.
I'm getting sick.
All right. 2nd trimester, the baby grows to the length of about 14 inches, a couple feet, and weighs a couple of pounds. So that's 2nd trimester apparently is when it becomes a human.
So you can go all the way up to almost that point?
Apparently.
You can go to the 2nd trimester for a medical reason. 1st trimester for no reason, if you just want to do it.
Got it. All right, to save the mother's life, you can go up to the 2nd one.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, there was a poll on CNN today, Gallup. They just done it, I guess, because of the 30-year anniversary. Mm-hmm. And I think 57% of Americans favor abortion with conditions. And I think only 17% said it should be outlawed. I think common sense dictates it should be allowed with conditions.
I agree.
Up to a certain point, if it's not really something yet, and then after that cutoff, you can't because now you got a person in there.
Yeah.
That's why I got fixed. I don't ever want to have to worry about anything like that again. Because if I got somebody pregnant now, I'm not going to lie to you, I would seriously consider it.
We did. I started looking for the money. It got that serious.
Oh, when you were a kid?
Yeah. But she went ahead and started.
Started her period?
Yeah, she went ahead and started. She was almost a little over 2 months late.
How does that happen?
She said stress sometimes. I don't know.
You think she was hosing you?
No, because we stayed together for a while.
Doesn't make any difference. Still could have been a hose job.
Yeah, it could have been.
What are you doing your head at?
He's got his hand up.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. Trenholm?
Cysts can sometimes cause a woman to be late.
A cyst?
Yes, it happened to me.
The girl I was dating can't help herself. Was it on your ovaries?
She was like 6 weeks late.
Because of a cyst?
Yes.
All right. It was a cyst on her, not you.
Yes.
Okay. Because sometimes looking at cysts could cause stress, and I got it. I didn't know about the cysts. I'm glad you stayed and Dan left. Dan would never be that stupid. I'm sorry. No, it's quite all right. Did you do the Dan Lewis show? No, it's all right. All those cysts can be quite disgusting. My roommate in prison had one.
No.
I told you that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. He would always wear boxers where his balls hang out, and you could see it. He had actually a ruptured cyst on one of his testicles.
Yeah, I forget. You did mention that.
Thank you. What? He did? Yeah. That was the time I was in prison where I got the nickname Ass Sock.
Yeah.
I was gang raped by the Chinese.
Oh, I see.
I went and left a sock in my butt.
They were from the laundry?
Yeah.
They all worked in the laundry, so.
I don't ever want to go back to prison.
Good move.
I actually prepared for prison.
You did?
Took a bowling pin.
Okay.
Ram it in my butt. Fat side in.
Of course. You have to.
Just to get ready.
Right.
Also, I'd get in the shower and I have a bunch of guys come in and attack me.
Okay.
Sodomize me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd call the police and have them tell me not to be a tattletale. Because that's what happens when you go to prison.
If that happens to you, you don't tell?
No.
Oh.
Because there's no safe place in prison.
I wouldn't think.
You rat somebody out, it's not like you can run someplace and be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're getting your ass beat on the outside world, there's a real place that you can go and be safe for a while.
Cops.
You don't get that in prison.
No.
You fall asleep.
Sure.
Something's going to happen. Well, I did that one time. I fell asleep. I woke up and somebody had crapped on my leg and left an empty bag of Scott's Turf Builder with weed control shoved in my butt.
No, that didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
I don't think that part. I don't really think you've ever.
I don't even know what that meant.
I don't even. Prison humor.
I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was in the Illinois State Pen.
That was Illinois. Mm-hmm. So you've been in Louisiana and Illinois and where? Texas. You've been in 3 prisons.
Yeah, I suppose.
What'd you do in Illinois to get in prison?
I was fencing bootleg copies of Freedom Rock.
Oh. Very serious charge in Illinois.
And stolen Herdini's. I can't really talk about the whole thing because there's still a civil suit with the people that make Bacon Wave. Just something else. I understand. In fact, I'd prefer if you just drop it.
Okay. Dramatic times.
Yeah, Lisa?
Hey, guys.
Yes.
I work in an abortion clinic. You guys want answers?
Not really. I think we pretty much covered it. How long have you worked there?
6 years.
You guys get a lot of threats and stuff?
We get our share. We had about 200 protesters on Saturday. They had a big Roe v. Wade parade.
Any problems?
No.
When somebody comes in, and don't get graphic because I'm pretty much done with this, but when somebody comes in and they're ready for this, do you guys try and talk them out of it, or do you give them information to look at? What's the process?
No, usually by the time a woman comes in, she's pretty much decided she wants to have an abortion, but everyone has to meet with a counselor just to make sure that they're clear in their decision and they know what's going to happen. They have to be well informed about it.
Is there a waiting period?
Not in the state of Texas.
Okay, but they're talking about that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There is for minors, but not for adult women.
Got it.
But a parent can come in with a minor and just waive that waiting period if they want to.
Okay.
Well, thanks for being pro-choice.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the support.
Okay.
Love your show.
Thank you. How we doing, Eddie? We didn't do news, did we? All right. Yes, Fred?
Yeah, I was wanting to know what was the name of that prison you was at down there in Louisiana?
That was Angola.
Is it Angola?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know why he got crapped on the leg there and got that Scott turf builder. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. That there's one of them there. Yeah. Yeah, you somebody's girlfriend there, Mr. Martin.
Do I even ask him anything?
I don't think so. He's done all the damage to himself he can do.
I don't even know what he meant.
That would make two of you.
How could that make sense? To somebody put an empty bag of turf builder in your ass with weed control.
I know what that meant.
Yeah. And that was two totally different prisons. When I was in Angola,
right,
that was for smuggling gasoline post hole diggers. That was a totally different thing.
I remember
the one in Illinois that was fencing the bootleg copies of Freedom Rock and the Hardinis.
I see. And there was the oven you stole, the industrial.
That's when I was
C Block.
Rikers.
Oh, that's when you were the hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, I had stole stainless steel dishwasher with conveyor belt.
Conveyor belt.
That's where I got sick and vomited.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would help me. I just laid there in my own vomit. People would walk by and point at my puke going, I didn't get carrots.
Yeah.
I hated prison.
That's a bad place to be.
Yeah. I'm not going back.
Oh, well, that's good. They rehabilitated you. It did what it was supposed to do.
Yes. Hated carrots. Can we break here? Good. I have no punchline.
Russ Martin Show coming right.
What does the email say?
The subject line is, you think this is okay? Question mark. I knew they were going to come out of the woodwork.
Let me open it up.
You don't want to do it. You don't want to open this.
Is there a picture?
Yes. It's a JPEG.
What's it of?
A baby, sort of.
Is this an abortion?
Yes.
I don't want to look at it?
You want me to turn it on?
KYNG,
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Ever look at it?
Maybe this isn't real. That is not first trimester, though.
Is it in or out?
It's out. Somebody's holding in gloves.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. But this is not first trimester either. I'm not even sure it's an abortion. That could be.
Could it be a Totino's?
Could it? It also could be a doctored picture. There's a million things it could be.
Ever do I want to look at it?
Yeah.
Do I?
I never knew the heads came off.
Oh. Is it all in one piece? I swear to God, don't show it to me if it's in two pieces. Is it two pieces?
It's a very clean break.
Shut up, Everett. Yes. Is it in two pieces?
Yes. Just look real quick. That's it.
Just think Ichabod Crane.
What? Wait, don't turn it around yet. Oh, that is a clean break. That happened one time because I had a ventriloquist dummy. The head came off.
Yeah. There we go. But that is not an early term.
I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't either.
And what is that going to do? I said if it was early enough.
Right.
I said once a point,
because those are the pictures that the pro-lifers like to send around, put on the posters and hold up because it's as gross as it can possibly be. And that's third trimester, second to third trimester.
Well, and it's
I think that was further along than that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's not even.
Yeah, I'm tough skinned.
Well, I mean, what was the information you were going over earlier?
Yeah.
When they're in the first trimester, they're a couple inches long.
Right.
I mean, that's the sea monkey stage. What you're looking at right there is a full-blown baby.
A full-blown baby, yeah. And you don't know. That could have been a mother that was killed in a car accident. You don't know anything, even if...
I don't... All right, here's my position. I don't care. Now that I've had a vasectomy, I don't care what you do.
Well, really, when you get right down to it, it's not an issue. I mean, not to pass the buck, but it's not an issue that any of us individually will ever have to decide whether or not we're carrying seed or not, because the decision is ultimately up to the woman. I mean, you can have a girlfriend. I had a guy email me the other day that said, my girlfriend, or he had a buddy actually, my buddy's girlfriend is thinking about getting an abortion and he doesn't want her to do it. What can we do? And the answer is nothing. If she wants to go get an abortion, she's going to go get an abortion.
Yep.
If she doesn't want to get an abortion, she's not going to get an abortion.
Wait, go over that again.
You get the idea.
I got it. That's why I don't like leaving that in anybody else's hands. Now it's in my hands. I can't get anybody pregnant. You want to have abortions, go get one every day. In fact, looking at some of the people that are getting knocked up, they're doing a kid a favor. They are.
Okay, that's...
You walk around the mall and look at some of the idiots running around that are pregnant, that they got no business being pregnant.
Yes, but you said that you're doing the kid a favor.
I think you are.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to comment.
Nothing to say.
I don't want my name on the transcripts.
Who's going to say anything?
You?
I can have my opinion on this.
Certainly can.
It's just such an emotionally charged issue. I mean, you've got radicals at either end of the spectrum who are madly picketing for their particular viewpoint.
Right.
And they're very vehement about it.
And it's funny, nobody's really using the word abortion. Now it's all pro-life or pro-choice.
Mm-hmm. Softens it up.
But if you talk to one group, if they're pro-life, then the group against them is
pro-death.
That's not where I was going with that, Everett.
Oh.
But thanks for finishing the sentence.
Well, I'm sorry, I tried to help you.
I don't even know what I was going to say
you
now.
Looked at me like you wanted me to say something.
I was talking to you.
Oh.
The other group is abortionists.
Yeah. When they refer to themselves, they're always pro-something. The other group is always either pro-abortion or anti-abortion.
Right.
That's where I was going with that.
Okay.
I'm on medication. Quit it. How's your cyst, Trey? And that why you said your girlfriend was late? You had a cyst?
She had one.
I believe the audio will back me up on that. You said she was late because you had a cyst.
You raised your hand so you could say that.
Yeah. You should pop it. That's what my roommate did in prison. What?
I'm just thinking, the beginning of the show, we should play that back when he was freaking. That was funny. When he's banging and screaming outside.
Eddie, would you fetch that for me? Thank you.
Maybe it was just funny because I saw his face. Because he
was beat red.
It was like he was looking in a window with his girlfriend and some guy on top of her.
Oh, yeah.
It was that same look.
Is that what you were thinking, Trey?
Yeah, because at first I got
Did you visualize Dan on top of me?
I've seen that, and that's really ugly. No, it's just... First I had that gut-wrenching, like seeing your girlfriend with another guy. And
right.
Then it turned to anger.
So many stages of breaking up.
Yeah. And all for naught.
Yeah. Had you just wait to see how it played out. Thank you for ringing out, though. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. It really was.
Yeah. All right. You ready with news? Sure. Yeah, okay. All right. 518, J.D. Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with News.
Thank you, Ross. In the news.
Thank you for ringing out, though. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. It really was.
Yeah. All right. You ready with news? Sure. Yeah, okay. All right. 518, J.D. Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with News.
Thank you, Ross. In the news is brought to us by Business Software Alliance. Here we go. You feeling lucky? Well, the ticket buying pace is picking up for tonight's $53 million Lotto Texas jackpot drawing. Texas lottery officials said that by this afternoon, tickets were selling at a rate of more than 9,000 per minute. Tonight's $53 million Texas jackpot is the fourth largest currently in the United States. Do I have that story in here? Hold on. Because there's a guy. I don't think I pulled it out this time. The guy that won right before Christmas, right around Christmas. He won like the lotto. and just got arrested for cocaine possession. They found like 1.6 grams in his dishwasher or something. Can't spend it in prison. Damn.
Did he take the winnings and go buy cocaine? Or was he already a two-head?
I think he was already selling and stuff. And
I'd have cleaned my ass up.
And they won't let him out of prison now because they think he's a flight risk because he's got all that cash.
Well, it seems like if he had all the cash, I don't know, Everett. How would...
It's not a... I mean, it's a felony, granted, but it's not the type of offense. I mean, unless he's in some other trouble that you would run for. I mean, typically, at least in Dallas County, if you were arrested for that, you could realistically expect to get probation if you had no other criminal history. I mean,
and having all the cash doesn't really make him a flight risk, does it?
No, I mean,
to me that would mean I got plenty of reason to stay here.
Sure,
here it is. I found it.
All right,
Jose Luis Benacourt had a stroke of luck just before Christmas when this is out of Brownsville. When his Lotto Texas ticket matched all 6 numbers, he got $7.5 million. But his luck ran out less than a month later when the U.S. Customs agents found 1.63 kilograms of cocaine hidden in a dishwasher and pantry of his apartment.
Kilograms, not grams.
Oh, kilograms. I'm sorry.
That's 1,000 times as much.
Okay. The judge ordered him held without bond. He was a flight risk due to the Lotto prize he had claimed just a week earlier.
Yeah, he's probably looking at some time for that.
How much is a kilo?
2.2 pounds.
So he was dealing.
Yeah.
Is that dealing?
That's a lot.
Was it in a dishwasher for a reason?
I guess maybe he thought that was a good hiding place.
Okay. I don't know if it kept better with the moisture or whatever. I don't know.
All right. A 19-year-old woman charged with murder in the death of an Irving waitress got out of jail over the weekend on bail, but must spend each evening in her mother's Grand Prairie home. Sarah Faust's family complained last week that her $100,000 bail was too high. Supporters now raised about $10,000 and wrote various promissory notes to bond her out. And some even used rapid tax refunds to raise cash. Ms. Faust also is not allowed to drive or drink alcohol and must appear for every court setting. Obesity is at an epidemic proportion in this country. Now, one reason, according to a new study, Americans are eating larger portions of high-calorie food. This is according to the Journal of the American Medical Association. They say fast food and restaurants' portion sizes have significantly increased from 1977 to 1996. But what surprised researchers is that people are supersizing their meals even when they cook them for themselves.
Did you hear McDonald's or the judge in the McDonald's case threw it out?
Threw it out, yeah. I think I have that one too. Just haven't got to it. Yeah, he just said it was frivolous and ridiculous. That you know, it's, and they even list the calories right there on the website, so it's not like they're trying to hide it.
I don't even think that does that really ever, does that become pertinent?
The notice issue?
Yeah, for me suing McDonald's and not knowing that hamburgers make you fat.
Well, I think it is. I think it's unnecessary. I mean, I think anybody with any common sense, a reasonable person's going to know.
I believe that was a comment from McDonald's. Common sense prevailed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a kind of a common sense decision, but you see references to disclaimers all the time in situations that you would think you wouldn't ordinarily need them. You know, cigarettes, warning, smoking cigarettes can be hazardous to your health. Who doesn't know that?
Well, the only thing I can think of with cigarette companies, now, back in the 60s, television ads, everybody was doing the ads for it, and I don't believe anybody ever pointed out that they were addictive.
Yeah, I don't know at what point that knowledge became knowledge. I mean, there was a time when I don't know that there was necessarily any documentation to back up that idea.
Right. So if you're going to go on any angle with a lawsuit with cigarettes, it would be because it has something addictive in it.
Right.
Right.
McDonald's didn't put anything in their food to make you addicted to it.
Right. And I think, any sort of problems that you may have, if you're just so stupid you don't realize that you're eating fattening food, the notice issue clears everything up because, hey, okay, so you didn't know, we're putting on our website and on our menus or what have you, notice to the effect that, hey, this has a high caloric content and you're going to get fat if you eat a lot of it.
Do you hear the discussion we're having?
Absolutely.
But you have to put warnings out now. Just because everybody likes to sue for everything, you have to put warnings out saying this is going to make you fat.
It's very sad.
It's retarded.
Speaking of getting fat, Men's Health Magazine calls chips and salsa the Super Bowl snack that kills. If you want to host a Super Bowl party without slowly killing off your guests, they've come up with some ideas and some facts on what people eat Super Bowl Sunday. Plenty of tortilla chips on the market that don't have what they call trans fats. Men's Health Magazine tried some of these out. They said the very best flavored tortilla chip that doesn't have that stuff is Garden of Eden Tamari. And let's see, you got to find something to put on it. The best national brand salsa is Old El Paso Garden Pepper. for you, that is. And the very best light beer is Molson Light. On Super Bowl Sunday, an estimated 40 million pounds of avocados will be consumed, mostly in the form of guacamole. And that food is eaten on Super Bowl Sunday that sales of antacids go up 20% the following day. 82% of men plan to do some snacking on Sunday compared to just 60% who plan to watch the ads. 50 million women will be watching the Super Bowl, making it the most watched sporting event for the ladies. Worldwide, 800 million people in 182 countries tune into the Super Bowl. It's also heard in 24 different languages. 1 in 10 TV viewers will tape the game for posterity, and it is also the slowest weekend for weddings.
Second biggest eating day of the year.
Next to Thanksgiving.
I believe that. It's such a long, drawn-out event.
Yeah, it's all day. Yeah, it starts at, noon and finishes at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah. Hours of pregame.
What time does it start Sunday?
It normally starts at noon.
What time does it start, Trey?
The actual kickoff?
Yes.
I think it's 5:17.
Yeah.
5:17. You were close, John.
Well, the television coverage starts at noon.
Yeah, pregame.
Pre-game and all the hype and all the parties and everything.
And then you've got extended halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arsenio Hall's ratings for the new Star Search are strong enough that CBS has told producers, keep casting for new talent. When the show debuted January 8th, it was only supposed to run for about a month, but now it looks like it'll stay on at least through February. And we'll wrap it up here. Ted Kennedy has said that President Bush has a my way or the highway foreign policy, which is not to be confused with Kennedy's own policy of my way or off the highway into the river you drowned and I get off scot-free. So, news and information brought to us by 24 Hour Fitness. I'm J.D. Ryan on the Talk.
You find anyone yet? I'm sorry, what?
I can't just snap my fingers and find you a hot masseuse.
You haven't done anything. You've been standing here in the studio for the past 4 minutes.
It's 5:30.
Okay.
I'd have to leave, go get pictures, and go. I mean, you want to just leave now?
Well, we'll go find some. Why don't you call some people? Every single day, it's a struggle. I just can't ask for something. Come back in here. You're old enough. Go outside by yourself. Go on. Go outside. Every single day, It's a negotiating thing.
I just think it takes him a while to process things. You know, you hear something and it just kind of hangs out.
Tell him to walk out in the lobby, get a Dallas Observer, and flip to the back.
Are those really masseuses?
Yes. If they say they're registered and have a number.
Oh, so they have to be?
Yes.
Yeah, they're licensed by the state.
Yeah.
You'll find both in the back, but the one that says registered is what you want.
I want to see what a real one's like. See if it's really worth $75 to $100 an hour.
It's amazing.
Yes.
And you really feel better for 3 or 4 days.
Absolutely.
Especially if you've never had one, you are going to be sore. You're going to be almost flu-like the very next day. So you're going to say this sucks for your first one because you have a lot of toxins built up. And when those release, you get a little achy.
How long does that last?
About a day. Just the next day.
Just drink lots of water.
Drink a lot of water.
Yes, Daryl?
Hey, Russ. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, my wife is a massage therapist. She practices in Irving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we can strike a deal. Try to get you in there and get you your first massage.
She didn't actually go out to places and do it?
No, sir. She has her own deal. There's too many freaks nowadays that might want to do other things.
Oh, that's right. What does it cost?
Regularly, she's just now opened up her business. She's been in practice for about a year now. Regularly, anywhere from 75 on up, but nowadays she's just doing it for 55 to 60 bucks an hour.
Is she pretty?
Well, I'm sure we can strike a deal.
Is she pretty?
I believe so.
Oh, that's right.
I've been married to her for 5 years. I think she's very gorgeous.
What's he going to say?
Yeah, I didn't realize what it was. We'll call her up and see what she wants to charge.
Okay, well, I can tell you right now, I can get you a deal.
How much?
Probably do it gratis.
Free.
I know what gratis means.
You just had that look on your face.
Hold on a second. All right, get his number on line 9. It's a whole hour?
Yes.
You'll love it.
They do your feet?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like my feet done.
You do or do not?
I don't.
Well, then tell them not to. They will avoid any area that you don't particularly care for.
Just get that much more time on
other places?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You really don't like your feet rubbed? I can't believe that.
No.
There's so many nerve endings.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Reflexology, I get nothing out of that.
Have you ever had it done is the question.
My feet rubbed?
Yes.
Yeah, it hurts.
Some of this will be painful.
I don't want it to be painful.
Well, if you want just a gentle massage, she'll do that too.
Does that still last for a few days?
Yeah.
The relaxation?
It's not as good as if they do the deep tissue. It's really not. Deep, like Rolfing and deep tissue massage. And that there's a little bit of discomfort, but
it's not bad pain.
No. It's not horrible. I mean, you're laying there, you're very relaxed at the end. But they have to trigger, they have to get the, what is it called, trigger points.
And they don't touch your tinkle?
No, they don't. And they will immediately leave if you ask. If a registered massage, if you ask that, they pack up immediately and leave.
How do you know?
Because he's asked.
I haven't asked.
There's no other way to know that.
I've talked to them before and say, what happens, and does this ever happen? I had a female friend.
That's the way you were working your way into it.
No, female
that was pretty slick.
No.
Yeah. What happens if somebody accidentally says, would you touch my tinkle?
No.
Very slick. That's good. You're good. He's good.
Hypothetically, if I wanted to lick you.
Yeah, Casey.
Yeah, Russ. I wanted to know yesterday, why did you go to such great lengths to see if Steven was gay?
Because I don't believe he's really gay. Well, I do now. But up until yesterday.
I don't believe he was gay.
Because it could be an act.
Well, why does that even matter?
Why does what matter?
Why do you care that he's gay?
I don't care that he's gay. I just didn't believe that he was. Now I believe he is.
Well, I mean, I don't understand. You offended him. You went out of your way to offend him just to prove to
What did
you
I
that
say?
he's gay?
What did I say that was offensive?
Well, everything you say is offensive. But you had a woman rub all over his penis. That's offensive to him. He likes men. What?
He submitted to the test.
Okay, but yeah, he did it just to make you happy. That didn't make him uncomfortable. Trey
He didn't have to do it.
Make him uncomfortable.
Trey has to do it because he has to do it. Steven didn't have to do anything. And I still don't know how he did it.
He likes men.
Okay, I believe that now. After the dance that he got from the chick from the penthouse place.
Yeah.
She did it all.
Did she really?
Yes.
And nothing from Steven?
She checked him 2 or 3 different times, and she said barely.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she was just being polite. I don't think. He said nothing.
Well, he's gay.
Yeah, he's gay.
It was obvious from the start he was gay. You were just.
It's not obvious. It's obvious that he appears. He's got the stereotypical presence of being gay. That's what he does.
Well, you think he just does it for a living? That's his gig?
Yeah, he's on the air over at our sister station.
No,
that's his thing. That's why they call him Big Gay Steven.
That's a stupid assumption. Nobody would purposely act like they're gay to make a living. You knew it's obvious that he's gay, and you just did that to amuse yourself and to make fun of him.
That black chick that dresses up like a woman, or that black guy dresses up like a woman,
or that movie with Robin Williams,
Miss Doubtfire.
Well, no, he's
you guys now.
I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong track.
Anyway, yeah, people do it. I still thought it was shtick. You could be gay and not be that effeminate. Not all gays are effeminate.
Okay, but even...
So you're saying all gays act like women?
I don't see how you care.
I just asked you. I'm asking you a question now. All gays act like women? Because gay Steven acts like a woman.
Don't act like women. You know, all gay chicks don't act like dykes.
No, they don't.
So...
That's why I didn't believe he was gay. He was going out of his way.
Why did you care whether he was gay or not?
I just told you I don't care if he's gay. I wanted that... Shut up! Up until yesterday, I thought it was an act.
Yeah.
He's severely gay.
You've satisfied your intellectual curiosity.
Yeah.
And very happy with himself.
Well, good.
Very. You can hear him laughing all over this building.
Well, you know, if he's gay, why not? Be happy with it.
I thought it was an act. Because he was going out of his way. The stuff he wears, being flamboyant.
Right.
The way he talks, the way he throws his hands in the air.
And you're right. He would be less valuable, most likely, to the morning show if it was big, straight Steven.
Yeah, if it was Fitz and Steven. You throw in the big gay guy.
You're right.
That's funny in any context. What is this?
This is the beginning of the show.
Oh, is this where Trey wigs out?
Yes.
Oh, all right. And yeah, people act gay all the time to make money.
Sure.
Does this pick up right at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, it's right as you start talking.
How long was it before Trey saw Dan in the studio?
It was a minute or so.
Okay. Now we'll play it straight. It's a nice build-up.
Yeah. I didn't really hear because I was doing something else. Why was he not in here when the show started? Where was he in the building?
Where did you send him, Eddie?
I told him I had a sales chick tell him she needed to have a talk with him about a potential client. So he was up there talking to her, and I said, as soon as you hear the music start, tell him he's got to go.
Got it.
Okay. With last night. I no longer want you guys to double-check the audio. It's my fault. I will come in and double-check it myself.
There we go. It's your fault. You trusted us.
I shouldn't have. Is he out there?
I've heard you do that with chicks before. It's my fault.
See, that big gap was in there because I wanted to tell everybody what was going on, but if he heard it, then that would blow the bid. So I couldn't really decide my mind. Do I say it and hope he doesn't hear it, or just let it play out?
Yeah.
Because I don't know which parts of the building we're on.
Right. Oh, no, I trusted you.
No.
I know you.
No, seriously. What's the matter with Trey out in the hall? What's the matter? Where's the mic out there? What is it? Can you hear me?
Called you pussy.
Yeah. I space that all together.
Yeah, me too.
What? You put all the...
my stuff out here?
I'm right in the middle of an apology.
I know you are.
Very rude.
What?
Hey,
you gonna knock that sign off the roof up there?
What's going on?
With what?
Why am I locked out of the studio?
I don't know. You see your stuff out there?
Show's begun.
I put it all in the first chair.
Good. Your stuff's out there.
What? I'm fired?
I wouldn't call it fired.
Dislodged.
Yes. Yes.
Relocated.
It's an opportunity.
Right.
Growth.
Yes.
Hey, you're fired? What is, you're firing me?
No. You're just dislodged. I like that, Everett. Thank you.
Sure.
As JD says, one door closes, another one opens.
True.
That one right there's closed.
He's going to kill himself. Go. Did he? Is that where he left?
Yeah, he'd already left.
Oh.
Yeah, you get this visual of going to our office and he's hanging by a rope. Gave up. It'd be so sad.
I really was going to play it out longer because I figured he would get his stuff and leave, and we probably could have sucked it for half an hour.
Yeah.
But he just had that look on his face like he was going to cry.
He did. I really thought he was.
I felt bad.
Like a lost puppy.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's looking in, and it was funny because as you saw him run down the hall, go past the window, and he did the stop thing really quick and saw Dan standing in here. I wish we could do that again. We can do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, but he'll know it's a bit then.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Yesterday was a bit, today's for real.
Okay.
It's kind of a way to work your way into this. We apologize we had to do it this way. Now you're fired.
When you finally get around to firing him, though, he's not going to believe it then.
That's what Eddie said when Bob fired Dan.
Yeah.
Because he ain't going to believe it. He's going to show up for work the very next night, 2 a.m. He's going to come in because he thinks it's all a hose job. Did you get me a masseuse?
Yeah.
Hot one?
She said there were.
Where'd you call? Is it going to be free?
Probably.
Well, don't mention the name then. Are they close?
Right around the corner.
I bet they're not certified.
They have certified state license masseuse.
Massage?
Whatever.
Massage therapist. JD's shaking his head. You don't think they're for real?
I think from right around the corner, most likely.
No, they have state. They'd be happy to show you their license. Massage therapist.
When can they come over?
They can only do, if they come to you, they can only do it between, I think they said 10 and 5. Now, if you wanted to stop by.
On the way home?
She said, anytime.
You want me to turn the mics off? Because obviously you're dancing around something and you're driving me nuts.
Yes.
You have something else you want to tell me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why didn't you just say, I have something else to tell you?
Okay. Sorry. I don't know how to phrase this, so I was just...
You going to tell me now?
I'll tell you real fast if you want to turn the mics off.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Click. Okay, they're off. Go ahead. All right, what?
So it's a Korean place?
Yeah. No. Is it not Korean?
Nope.
Dang. Is that the place on the corner, Bukkake Tan? Did you call Bukkake Tan? Huh.
One of our show friends says to ask for a local. It's a term for this.
For getting a whack job?
Yeah.
Really?
It's apparently a code word.
Go see if they're at Bukkake Tan. They'll give me a local.
I'm sure they will.
I bet they're not going to do it now.
Bet they will.
You think?
Yeah.
Where exactly are they? How far from here? Block? 2 blocks?
Less than 2 blocks.
Between 10 and 5?
They can come up here.
Oh, they can?
Between 10 and 5.
Can the ones that do the other stuff come up too?
I think so.
I'd like a local. How much is a local?
I didn't get prices. We didn't.
Go give me some prices. Find out what a local is. A local.
Okay.
Okay. For my friends at Bukkake Tan. Well, you were right, John.
Mm-hmm.
What he told me, since we're not mentioning the name of the company,
right.
I can tell you what he told me. I don't know why it took him so long to finally get it out of his mouth. He found some place that they'll do the locals, but I guess to keep the cops off of them, they'll do, they have a regular massage therapist there from 10 to 5. That's your cover.
There you go.
I don't even know why cops bother with that or why.
I don't either. I really don't.
It's an absolute waste of tax dollars.
Yeah.
You got somebody that wants to do something. You're willing to pay for the service. What difference does it make what you do with your hands? Whether it's cleaning a house or
rubbing your shoulders or rubbing.
Yeah.
What's the difference? No, there is no. I mean, to me, is there a crime involved anywhere? Is it because people get rolled or raped or what is it?
No, it's just considered a crime against the moral decency of the state. And, yeah, I mean, I agree. It's a complete waste of police resources.
Because we have a whole division called Vice, and that's all. Is that all they do?
They go to topless bars and make public lewdness cases against topless dancers who are dancing for people that want to be danced for.
When I watch it on Cops and I see the Vice go out, I just turn it off. I'm like, this isn't exciting. You're a bunch of bullies.
Yeah, it's a pisser that they actually have that division.
Right.
You could take those police officers doing that You want to go to a topless bar and do whatever, go to Bukkake Tan and get your local done? That's fine. That's something you want to do. You want to pay for it. They want to provide that service. It shouldn't be illegal because nobody's getting hurt. It doesn't feed the drug trade.
Mm-mm. Vice, some of those ads that you see in adult magazines and in the Observer are actually taken out by the police.
Yes, that's
hypocritical. And the police also sometimes will set up a hotel room and entice people that are in the back of the Observer to come and service them and then arrest them.
Look at the money and time and energy we're spending on that.
That could be used to, investigate robberies, crimes that hurt people.
Right. I don't know.
When they just opened a simple mom and pop business around the corner there at Bukkake Town.
Trying to follow the American dream.
Yeah. You come into this country, you start with nothing, you open up your first Bukkake Town with the hopes of having a franchise.
Yes.
And the Vice shuts you down. You could have Bukkake Tans all around the country.
String of Bukkakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
You're right. Jizzing on the American dream.
Literally.
All right, do I get my local?
They were no longer interested.
How come? We'll plug their place.
They listened. They don't want to be associated.
What? I'm supporting them and their thing.
They said,
how much to tan?
They said no thanks.
No massage?
No massage.
No local?
No local.
That's probably better anyway. Make you wonder what was in the tanning lotion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you go see if you can fetch me another one? Perhaps one not in this neighborhood. That should have been your tip-off. Phone rings. Somebody picks up. Hello?
They're everything you wanted.
I wanted a real massage.
They have state licensed masseuse. You asked for hot. They have hot ones.
All right.
So I did what you asked me to do.
Perhaps I'll stop by there on the way home and take a look at the place. Okay. Why don't you go call another place? Try Zipperhead Tan. Did you say we do have to break here? All right. We'll be back. Find out why she wants to do traffic here. This will be the second day in a row she calls up well before the news. Can I do traffic now?
Yeah. I think she wants to go home.
What'd she say?
She said that she would wait.
Why did she want to do traffic now?
I asked her that, and she said, that's okay, I'll just wait.
I knew it. That's what she wants to do. She wants to do one more, and she wants to go home.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think we're going to do news until at least 6:45. I think Ken Goldblum is going to do one after 7.
Ken Goldberg.
Who is that?
That's the guy that's on after 7.
What happened to Goldblum? Damn, Bob's blowing them out. Fucking unlearn their names.
There never was a Goldblum. There's Jeff Goldblum. He's an actor.
Did he got a show?
No, he didn't have a show.
All right, so now we don't get anything free at the Bukkake Tan? Trey?
No, the Bukkake Tan said, no thank you.
But I mean, if we get caught, do those places ever get raided?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I had a client that was unfortunate enough to be in one of those places when they got popped.
Well, I don't want to go to Bukkake Tan then. Because they just come right in, right?
Yeah, they have a warrant. They come right in.
Well, they probably send a copy, and he gets the doodly, and then he goes out and gets the warrant and comes back.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
So I got time to get out.
Yeah, you'd probably be fine.
Well, you don't know they're coming. He could have been in there at noon, you're in there at 3, and the cops are on the way back.
Well, odds would have it you would be fine. And if not, jury trial.
Now that, what would that be? What's the charge?
Probably prostitution. Probably charged with prostitution or public lewdness, depending on what was actually going on.
What was he getting? Was he getting a local?
He got the full boat. He was very excited when he was recounting his experience.
I don't understand. I don't know if I could pay somebody. How much is it? $100? $150?
Yeah.
What'd you say it was, Trey? $150 for the local?
That seems awfully high for a local.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, you should get a national for that.
Oh, well, what I'm saying is, why would you pay $150 for that? I don't even know if I'd like somebody, in essence, that's a prostitute. I don't know that I'd like a prostitute doing that. Or what are they going to do short of what I'm doing?
Well, I would suspect, what this guy told me was that it was really fantastic. Until he got busted, obviously.
Well, the cops probably made him stop.
Yeah. They kind of put an end to the whole thing. But he was a regular. So this wasn't his first time there.
So he would go in all the time and pay $100 plus a pop?
Yeah, I don't know what he paid, but yeah, he would routinely frequent these places.
Must be incredible for $150. But you realize also this person, this female, does this all day, every day, knows exactly what to do and what to do to get you to come back. It's not going to be what you do to yourself. It's going to be something totally different. Massage, roll, twist.
It's like a concert pianist. Someone that practices the piano for hours and hours a day is going to be better than someone who just plays occasionally.
Yeah, like I could give you a massage.
Quit.
Okay. All right. Let's say Catherine out in the lobby could give you a massage, but she's not trained. And her hands aren't strong. Somebody that comes in that does it all the time is going to give you a totally different experience. Same thing there, I would think.
They roll your marbles?
Yeah, I believe they roll your marbles.
He said they used oils, and he was very descriptive.
They go in your stinky area?
He didn't mention that.
I bet they do.
I would imagine for the right money, they'd probably do just about anything. He did say that they...
I like my marbles rolled.
He said that they actually put...
How much for the stinky area?
I have no idea.
Trey, call them, see if they do stinky areas.
I'm not going to ask them.
Yes, you can. Call up and find out how much for a stinky area.
They wouldn't admit over the phone to...
That's not anything illegal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think
if you call someplace and ask how much for a stinky area, how are they going to prove what that is?
Well, I think you might attract the attention of the local authorities. I think that's a conversation they would want to have.
Just call them back and ask how much to get a finger in my stinky. What do they charge for stinky fingers? Hurry up. And find out if they're running a special or something.
Are you really going to go to one of these places?
You get a stinky finger?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can always go and work your way into it. If you feel comfortable. Then.
Yeah. They have video rentals?
No.
I thought it was Korean.
That's next door.
Oh. Are you calling them?
I'm not asking.
Go find out how much for a stinky finger.
They're not going to tell me.
Well, then let them tell you no. Hurry up. I bet it's another $20.
I bet you.
That's what I charge.
What did this guy you had on trial or what? No, you didn't have him on trial. You were defending him?
Yes.
All right. What did he charge? What did he pay?
I don't know what he paid. He didn't tell me what he paid.
Well, if he was a regular, he obviously was getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Like regular how? Once or twice a week? Once or twice a month?
I think more than once a month. But he was very overweight and not a particularly attractive guy. Probably someone that wouldn't fare well with women generally.
Got it. They roll his marbles?
Yes.
I like my marbles rolled.
Stop it.
Stinky finger?
He did not mention the stinky finger, but I suspect that could be arranged for a price.
I'd like that.
Do you know how many guys work in the Vice Division of the Dallas Police?
I really have no idea.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I just wonder how
much a waste of money?
How much money and time and energy we're spending on that.
Yeah. If you took that, let's say, I have no idea. Let's say there's 200 officers in Dallas that are Vice. You could take those out of that.
Yeah. Because they're not just regular street cops. They're now detectives and investigators to be at that level. Am I right?
Right.
See, so those are qualified top guys.
But you could take whatever you're paying them. Yeah. Obviously, you're paying them more than patrol officers. Go get maybe 400 patrol officers. Now you got another 400 police officers on the street.
Fighting real crime.
Yeah. where people are actually getting killed and stabbed and shot at ATMs.
I wonder if a mayor ever ran on that platform, or at least that would they get any votes, or would it turn the other way because of the Christian Coalition?
I think that the Christian Coalition has such a firm stronghold on the voter base in Texas that it would be political suicide. Regardless,
That's still a really good platform. I'm sick of wasting police officers. I'm sick of you not being safe at home or in your car because we're out busting guys who are getting locals over at Bukkake Tan and the Stinky Finger. That's stupid.
Well, that's well put. I mean, because it really is an economic decision that the city is making.
Right. Hold on a second. What'd they say at Bukkake?
They said no Stinky Finger.
They don't do it, or they wouldn't tell you how much?
They would not acknowledge that
they do it.
Yeah.
Well, how do I know if I can get it done over there? I mean, just instead of saying it, do I just walk in and point?
I think you probably have to talk about that with face to face.
Seemed like the place would be packed full of undercover cops.
That's what I'm thinking. The very first time I ever walked into one, that would be it.
I almost want to go now. I don't want to go to this one around the corner because every Dallas Vice cop's going to be there in the next 10, 15 minutes waiting on our ass.
Sure. Because we just told them they should get fired. Not fired, reassigned, actually, not fired.
Yeah, whatever. Yes, Austin?
Hey, man. Okay, I got, what did you say, shuffling the marbles or rolling the marbles? I got that, but what's the difference between a local and a national?
I think national would, what we were talking about is actually having sex.
Okay, and the local would be like...
hand action. Got
okay.
It? All right.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. We'll go call somebody else and see how much for the stink.
No one is going to tell me.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do. If you want a reputable... I mean, they're still not over the phone.
Just keep talking.
No one's going to admit over the phone that...
Verb. We need a verb.
Say something.
No one over the phone is going to tell how much... what they do.
How much? I bet I can call a place right now. Give me a phone number and I'll call right now and ask for a Stinky Finger.
Okay.
Write it down. Tired of messing around with you. I just find out. Is that 972?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. Yes. How much for, do you have Stinky Fingers there?
Oh, yes, most certainly.
See, how much for the Stinky Finger?
$200.
All right, thank you. See, how long did that take me?
You're right.
Look at Trey.
He's gone.
Look how ready. I bet he yaks. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Eddie knew what I was talking about. I just gave him a hand signal like this. And
Hello.
Yeah. Nice job. Okay. Can we do news before we break here?
Yes.
All right. What were you going to show me? Was something on your computer monitor?
Yes, somebody just sent an email.
Do I want to see this? Is it gross?
No, it's not a picture. It's just answering your question. But I don't want to name the place, the business.
Don't know if you guys are talking about... I'm not... I can step around stuff. Don't know if you guys are talking about blank on blank avenue, just north of blank. But tell Russ to go there. It's the best. And yes, they have the Stinky Finger. Let Everett see that. Is that the place your client was talking about?
That's the place I was talking about.
Wow. that a hamburger place?
Yeah, more or less. There's meat involved.
All right, Trey. Now that I found out about that, go call somebody and see how much for a brown thumb. Maybe they have that at the place really close. Go ask them how much for a brown thumb. Don't make me get back on the phone. Look at his face.
I know. He's like beet red. Breathe.
We're going to do news here. Go find out and then come back and let me know. They're probably listening right now. They'll probably tell you anything that you want to know.
They'll probably just answer the phone and go $100.
Yeah. He's absolutely right. Call over there right now. You know they're listening. When Trey calls you guys, just pick up the phone and say how much for a brown thumb. There. Go do it. You ready for news?
I am.
Okay. Unless you want me to call. Jesus Christ. Give me the phone number back.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, brown thumbs.
Certainly.
How much for brown thumb?
$200.
Thank you. Never mind, Trey. All right. 6:17, J.D. Rhines. Really go call that place and see if they answer the phone to tell you how much. J.D. Rhines on the new 105.3 FM Talk with news.
Thank you, Russ. News brought to us by 24-Hour Fitness. There's one near you. 1-800-204-2400. Will Botox give ban deodorant a run for its money? New study shows that Botox injections can reduce body odor by shutting down sweat glands. Botox is...
Ooh, I want that.
I bet it's poison, though.
Well, they do Botox injections on everything.
In your skin, yeah. It's a bacterial toxin that paralyzes the tight muscles that cause wrinkles. It has been tested for other uses, including headaches and hemorrhoids. 3 types of sweat glands plus skin surface bacteria produce the pungent smell associated with body odor. So it basically just shuts down your sweat glands, which you have a huge problem with.
Can you even see in this black shirt?
Yeah, I sure can.
That's why I wear 2 T-shirts.
But you need to perspire. I mean, that's an important bodily function.
I don't know if I need to this much.
But does that completely shut down how does it work?
It says it shuts down the sweat glands. Maybe they just...
People have their sweat glands removed. You know what? Up until 2 weeks ago, we didn't know you could have veins yanked out of your leg.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if it does the same thing, like when they yanked the vein out of my leg.
Right.
The blood was redirected in other places. I wonder if it's the same thing. You're just going to sweat. The rest of the sweat glands in your body are going to take the overflow.
Could be.
I got to do something. It's just absolutely irritating. I have to wear a T-shirt all the time. If I just get up, I have to sleep in one. I can't.
You do sweat a lot.
I could just get out of the shower.
Right.
The first thing I do after I get dried off is I go put on the T-shirt because I'll just stand there getting ready for work. Just got out of the shower and sweat will be dripping down my sides. It's irritating.
Maybe you could just get some of them done. I don't know how many you have, but some of them shut down so you're still sweat a little bit.
Does it say what it costs?
It does. No. Nope.
Does it say where they do it? I guess any place you get Botox.
Yeah, this came from, this is just a study. From the
so are they not doing it yet?
This was a study, and they said they have determined that the Botox, which is legal already, now also shuts down your sweat glands. This was from the archive.
I think I'll wait for a couple of lawsuits.
Dermatology.
Yeah, see how that sorts out. Yeah, it's kind of risky.
Hang on, here comes Trey. Well?
They asked that we not call him again.
Did they really? They give you a price?
No.
Was she ugly?
Embarrassed.
Why was she embarrassed? We never said the name of the place.
So she's a little too close for comfort.
Oh, it is. How about if we mention the name of the business? Would that be too close for comfort?
Yes.
Okay, then. Call her back and how much for a brown thumb?
They don't do that.
Did you ask?
They had been listening.
She didn't answer the phone with a price?
No.
Okay, fine. Take my thumb and finger business elsewhere. We don't need them. Go ahead, John.
Okie dokie. Well, better way to mark the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. than with a high school basketball tournament. That's what they did in Seattle over the weekend with the first annual Martin Luther King Classic. Unfortunately, the event was marred by another popular urban pastime, gang warfare. Shots rang out near the arena where the games were played. Nobody was hurt. The cops cleared the streets, and everybody went home. Automobile crashes climbed more than 40% in the hours right after the Super Bowl, with the surge highest in the losing team's territory, perhaps because of the heartbroken fans. Who knows? In this first study, they found that both fatal and non-fatal crashes increase after the football game, causing an average of 7 additional deaths and 600 additional injuries. Researchers theorized that drinking during the game, driver fatigue because of the late hour, and distraction and disappointment among drivers whose teams lost contributes to the accidents. You're very passionate about the anti-war movement, and you have maybe way too much time on your hands. You can go to Iraq and pass the time as a human shield. A bunch of middle-class white people from the U.S. and Europe on their way to Baghdad to be martyrs. Basically, they want the world to know that if Iraq gets bombed, innocent white people will be dying too. Supposedly, that should make the U.S. afraid to bomb Iraq.
That's actually a bonus. You get all the idiots out of the country. So not only do you get the enemy, you get the tards along with them.
It's Darwinism at its finest, if you think about it.
All right. Jennifer Aniston now admitting she once had an eating disorder. She's blaming it on the Zone diet. Jennifer told the Mirror tabloid, quote, I got to a place where I was sick a lot. My energy was low. I wasn't happy. I started taking vitamins and exercising and went too far. You get in that Zone diet thing and you get kind of addicted. Now I eat food, I work out, but I don't go crazy. I was wanting to become this unattainable person. She went from a size 14 to a size 6.
I've done that.
Now
you get in that area. And you just, or that zone, and you just keep going like that. I got down at one point, like 148.
Is that right?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Because I was eating lean, I was running, I was just everything. I wasn't starving, but I had totally cut fat out of my diet.
Right. Yeah, you looked sickly at 148. I mean, you looked really bad.
You were around me then.
Yeah, when was that?
91.
Yeah, we were doing a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I didn't know you were that lean, though, Jesus.
Yeah, when we went to Cancun. The second time.
Okay.
That's what I got down to.
Damn. Yeah, come to think of it, you did look really kind of drawn in that video. Kind of almost too lean.
Hold on a second. How come you're not calling places?
For what?
Brown thumb, stinky finger, and see if anybody offers golden faces.
What's a golden face?
Oh.
What do you think it is? And find out if they carry hand mirrors. Go ahead, John.
Bobby Brown is sick. Well, actually, he was taken from prison yesterday to Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta after he complained of an undisclosed illness.
Hold on a second. Why are you still in here?
What do you want me to do?
Stinky finger, golden thumb, golden face. I say golden thumb?
Yes.
Try a golden thumb, too. Go! Jesus. Unless you want me to call again. Shut up and go on.
Bobby Brown is sick, or at least he says so. He was taken from prison yesterday to the Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta after he complained of an undisclosed illness. Hospital won't say what's wrong with Bobby. According to police, he's in good condition. Bobby started serving an 8-day jail sentence this past Friday. He's scheduled to get out today for good behavior. Here's the kicker. If Bobby is still in the hospital when his sentence is over, he never goes back to jail.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah, I think so.
I never thought about that. Do you know how many times I could have stayed out of prison?
You've never in prison.
Does that really work, Everett?
Well, he's in county jail, right? I mean, most prisons have their own infirmaries. So you just go to the prison hospital.
Well, why are they considering time that he's in the hospital as time spent, served?
Well, technically, he's still in custody.
Oh. So he couldn't just get up and leave the hospital?
No.
But he's also not in Gen Pop.
Right.
Thank you.
Very nice.
General population.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know where that was in the prison.
And do me a favor.
Sure.
Will you have a talk with Trey after the show?
Sure.
When I ask him to go do something, just let him know that I'm serious.
Okay.
Instead of just standing there like...
Putting the headphones down and staring at you.
Thank you.
Okay. No
if you
problem.
could. That way, I don't get ugly about it.
Okay. I'll do it. We still have audio.
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
Chappelle's Show. It's a new sketch comedy program. Premieres tonight on Comedy Central. Dave Chappelle says he's happy with how Chappelle's Show has worked out so far. Cut number 1.
Working on it. Here it comes.
It didn't end up exactly how I planned it initially. Because imagining something and actually doing something become two very different things. But it's a show I've never been happier with something I've done in my career. Like I write, schedule.
He's stoned right there.
Very.
Yeah.
He's stoned we've had him on the show twice, and he was stoned each time. And this was when we were doing mornings.
Yep.
Reeked, as I recall.
Yeah, I think he did.
The time I was here, he reeked.
And been performer on television. It's the best job I've ever had in my life. I don't have to be Urkel and none of this crazy stuff.
There we go.
All right.
And in cut number 2, Dave Chappelle was asked if he's worried about negative reaction in the black community over his show.
If this was a show, like, if people got really mad at the show, like in my worst nightmares, I picture like people like protest. If this is really our agenda, then we are finished, man. We can't just be picking on things like this, man. There's a lot of serious things that are going on. I just think it's in your priority list of what black people need to do. I don't feel like I would warrant being that high on the list, because if you really look at what I'm saying, I could justify each and everything, and before I do it, I think it out of my head.
I don't know what he just said.
Nothing.
I'm just listening to the way he's talking. He's stoned.
Yes. That's tonight, Comedy Central.
All right.
Sundance Film Festival currently underway, and among the filmmakers hoping to get some attention, Pauly Shore is exhibiting his directing debut. You'll Never Wheeze in this county.
Say it.
What?
What type of debut?
Directorial.
All right.
What I said.
You danced around it so you didn't have to say it.
All right.
Did he?
You'll Never Wheeze in this town again is cut number 3 here. Pauly Shore details the plot of You'll Never Wheeze in this town again.
I fake my death. I come back. I'm bigger than before. And then I get caught, and people find out I'm not dead. And then everyone really hates me, and they really want me dead. And then I go to jail, and I'm in jail with Tommy Lee. And, Todd Bridges is giving me career advice, which is a really funny scene. And it's all played very real.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, Pauly Shore was asked what kind of reaction his film is getting there in Sundance.
Great reviews. It's really nice that the critics and and the people that would never ever even think of looking at any of my stuff are digging it, because they know it's coming from a real place.
What does that mean?
Who knows?
It's personal. It's his personal film. He directed it.
Oh, is that Trey that just walked by? Oh.
News and information brought to us by Bell Bottoms Pepsi Super Bowl Party. We'll all be out there Sunday from 4 until 6. Bell Bottoms, Northwestern Hills. I'm J.D. Ryan on the Talk That Rocks Texas, the new 105.3 FM Talk.
Tether fork, we gonna tether fork the mother sucker. Tether fork the sucker. How we want the pop. Yeah, want the pop.
All right. Anyway, it's a Pepsi Twist spot.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that's seen it? You seen it, Everett? You see it, Trey? Eddie?
Oh.
Ozzy's in the kitchen. Now, let me see what this guy wants. Yes, Terry?
Hey, what's happening, Russ?
Yeah.
Cool. Say, Everett.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Now, it's kind of legal. But the reason why I'm asking is to keep me from going ballistic.
All right.
Or going postal, in other words.
Yes.
Some came up stolen. Since I know I work at a high school. It's a highly traffic area.
What'd you steal?
What I steal?
You say something come up stolen?
Huh?
Yeah.
Something came up stolen.
Oh, all right.
$2 came up missing.
$2?
Yeah.
Okay.
$2. Now.
What were you hauling?
The way they saying is, since I was here, not a loan amount to the people, and I keep telling everybody always using the equipment around here, so no telling who used it last.
Somebody stole $2 and they blame you.
Well, the way it seemed is they said I'm responsible, so they're going to start deducting the money for the cost of those dollars out of my paycheck. Question I got, can they do that? And if they do, can I turn around and sue the hell out of them?
So you work for a school, somebody stole the dollies, and they're trying to take it out of your pay.
Yeah. See, last year the extractor got stolen.
Oh, what did?
An extractor. Carpet extractor.
Got it.
Okay. Now, the reason that got stolen because, like I said, it's highly trafficked area. Somebody walked in, walked out with it.
All right. Can they take some out of his pay?
I don't see any reason why they can't if they attribute it to him. Now, whether you want to continue working there is another question.
Yeah, I work here.
No, he said if you want to keep working there. But they got to prove he took it.
They got to prove that I had something before they get stolen.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's clearly unfair. I'm not aware of any law on point that would prohibit them from doing that.
From taking stuff out of your paycheck?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an area of law that I do anything in, so I'm probably not the best person to ask for that.
I know, but I got a question is this.
Why don't you just steal something worth whatever they're taking out of your paycheck?
Nah, it's steal, Russ. I don't steal.
Well, I know, but if they're going to take it out of your paycheck, go steal something.
No, I ain't got to do that. I just raise my voice. You know how white people, y'all know how y'all act. Black man raise his voice, I get all panicky and stuff. I just raise my voice.
Pull out the race card.
Huh?
Start screaming that.
That's so old.
Nah, you know what? It still scares white people.
No, what scares white people is a brother yell out, "Oh, hell no!" So you got to say it like, see, I say that.
I got it.
They be peeing in their pants.
I got it.
And so, I'm just calling Everett to make sure if they do have a legal base, do I have to countersuit with a lawyer or just go and kick some ass and go and get quit?
Kick some ass.
Yeah, kick ass and just find another job.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, brother.
That's Terry. All right, I'll give it to you quick. Ozzy's standing there in the kitchen, and he's got his two dopey kids, and they're holding Pepsi Twist, and they say, "Dad, look at this," and he's mumbling, and then they do that thing to where they make it look like they just peeled the label off of the can.
Right.
They said it's not, I don't know, Trey. What am I saying? Is it Pepsi Twist or Pepsi Free or Diet Pepsi?
I think it's Diet Pepsi, then...
Did I just turn to him to help me with a story?
Certainly did.
We'll say it's regular Pepsi, and what's underneath it is Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
All right. So they peel that down. Okay. He goes, look. He goes, you're a bloody magician. Mm-hmm. They go, well, we're not the Osbournes. And then they peel off their face. Uh-huh. We're the Osmonds. So now, and the look on his face, they should have just stopped the spot right there. Because when the Osmonds come out, he's just going, that locked up, shivering Ozzy face. Then he screams for Sharon, and the camera goes right into his mouth. Then it shows him laying in bed.
Yeah. It was all a dream.
Right, and he leans over and he goes, the kids are the Osmonds. Florence Henderson rolls over. Tells him to go back to sleep.
Very cute.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Cute.
Like I said, they could have stopped that scene right there in the kitchen where they're singing, I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll, and Ozzy's locked up. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl just to see it again.
See it again? Yeah. Sometimes the commercials are the best part.
All right. What are we playing here, Eddie?
The bitch is fat? You play that, or what did I tell you?
We haven't done the bitch is fat in a while. O'Malley, I'll need 3 fat bitches on the phone, please. Yes, Stephanie?
Hello?
Yes.
How can I help you?
You called me.
Well, I'm not a fat bitch, so I was calling in about the guy trying to get something taken out of his check.
All right, what do you want?
Just to tell him that they can't do that.
All right, thanks. Can they do it or not?
I truly don't know. I'm not aware of any authority either way because it's just not an area of law that I practice.
Okay. Seems like they would have to convict him or prove that he took it to make him responsible for it.
Texas is such a weird state when it comes to employment, though, because it's an employee at will state. You can essentially be fired for no reason at all if you're not under contract. Employers have more rights in this state than pretty much anywhere else in the country. So it wouldn't surprise me if they had some sort of authority to do that. I don't know what it would be, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
All right. Do we have to break again before 7?
Yes.
You're going to just knock it out right here while he's getting fat bitches on the phone?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. We'll be right.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
All right. Did I ever tell you the freaky dream?
No, you never did.
Tell the fat bitches on the phone to hang on there, Dan. It's going to sound like I'm making it up.
Okay.
And I'm not. It's not even that funny. It was just weird that I had this dream.
Okay. Well, you've been on medication.
Would I do it?
Yeah.
Get freaky dreams?
Sure.
Absolutely.
This one seemed real. I mean, anyway. I'm out in the Batmobile.
Okay.
I leave it parked in front of City Hall.
Okay.
I leave it for some reason. Okay. I forget where I went. I come back. Somebody stolen the bats off the doors. Peeled the bats off. Took the paint off with it.
Mm-hmm.
Broke the rear fins off. Stole the bats off the spinners.
Yes.
That each wheel has.
Mm-hmm.
This is the retarded part.
Okay.
I don't want to
say it. Come on.
We've gone this far.
So far, it's not been that weird. I mean, that could happen.
I understand.
Okay.
Commissioner Gordon comes out.
As he normally would from City Hall, okay.
I swear to Jesus I had this dream.
Okay.
And I'm going, this happened parked right out in front of your office. And he's laughing. It's funny to him.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, Chief O'Hara's mouthing. I end up calling him a sea sucker.
Damn.
Then I followed Commissioner Gordon across the street, and he goes over to a ballpark. He's going, you want bats for your doors? Here's some bats. And he starts pulling them out. Like baseball bats.
Baseball bats.
So I went, you know what? I'm going to whoop your ass. So now he's running from me. And this old man is outrunning me. And while I'm... Yes, Trey.
Now, are you in the Batman costume in this dream, or is it just normal you?
That's just me.
Oh, okay.
Just me in the car, and I really just took it out someplace.
Sure. Okay.
So now he's outrunning me. And I'm going, how the hell is this old man outrunning my ass? Then I realized that's probably a stunt double.
In the dream, you had this insight.
I swear to Jesus. I finally catch him, and I beat his ass. And I wake up.
Yeah. That's a little strange.
And I didn't even remember it till I was in the shower. And I was just kind of thinking of the day and everything coming up, and I thought, I beat Commissioner Gordon's ass last night.
You're struggling with your own success.
And I don't just...
What is the Batmobile to you?
Success.
It's a toy.
It's the manifestation of your success. I can remember before you bought your house, you asked me, should I buy a house or a Batmobile?
Did I really?
You really did.
Okay.
Well, I think that the Batmobile represents your success, and you're afraid that it's going to go away, and so you're conflicted.
Yeah. And you beat anybody's ass that laughs at you.
Well, why him?
That's the part I don't know.
Well, you're at City Hall.
I know, but no, it wasn't Dallas City Hall. It was the one from Gotham City. I didn't want to say that because that kind of blows the dream as you're telling it. But it was funny to both of them. And I remember I'm throwing the baseball bats out. Here's some bats for your doors. Then I noticed the car, somebody busted the fins off, too. That was funny to him, too. And then that's when I said, I'm going to whip your ass. And you'd think in the course of the dream, as if the rest of this wasn't weird, in the course of chasing him, and I can't catch him, and I realize it's probably a stunt double, you think I would have figured out this is a dream.
That's the weird part about dreams is you look back and go, why wasn't I stupid enough to know this is a dream?
Do you not ever realize that in the middle of a dream, though?
Never have.
Really?
No. I wish I could.
That's happened to me countless times. I'll realize I'm in the middle of a dream and actually wake myself up.
That's called lucid dreaming, and some people can do it.
It's very weird because I'm paralyzed.
Do you realize if you realize that you're dreaming when you're dreaming, you can then control the dream?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. They actually sell glasses or something that
flash red lights.
Yeah, I don't know if they work or not, but the glasses are supposed to watch for rapid eye movement, meaning you're in serious dreaming.
Right.
And after a while, you start to see that light in your dream, and you realize, it's just conditioning. Then you realize you're dreaming, then you go do whatever.
I always get paralyzed and start kind of freaking out because I can't move for a period of time until I actually wake myself up.
Yeah, that's called a Trenholm. It is? All right. How many items are we bidding on here, Eddie? 8? What was the other game?
What did I tell you?
Give me that. That's a quicker one, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many people for this?
3.
Oh, fat bitches can still play. And let's go ahead and use the open.
Okay.
I like it.
Hey, all you fat bitches, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Bitch is Fat. And now, your host of The Bitch is Fat, Russ Martin.
Yes.
All right. 3 ladies ready?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Misty, Brandy, and Christy?
Yep.
All right. You guys know how to play this?
Yeah.
Just going to ask you questions about the show. Use your name for your buzzer. If you know the answer, say your name and then give me the answer. Got it?
Got it.
All right. Here we go. What are we playing for, by the way, JD?
Play for 1 pair of tickets to the Stars and Cigars Ball, February 3rd at the Adams Mark Hotel.
Okay. Here we go. Question number 1. Which one do I finish with, Eddie? Which one of you guys is talking? Misty? Brandy?
No.
Christy?
No.
Okay. I'm going to eliminate this one at a time. All right, I still hear it. I still hear it. Okay. Get rid of Misty. She's the one making all the noise. Ready, Christy?
Yes.
Brandy, you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Who on the show isn't afraid of being fired because he has the...
Trey, Brandy.
Christy, go ahead.
Trey.
Yes. Because he has the much-coveted Mel Tillis impersonator gig in Branson. Who on the show has to wear a white hat when he goes to the movies so people behind him can see a different film? Brandy, go ahead.
JD.
Yes. Who do we know that can now fulfill his dream of being
Christy.
Go ahead, Christy.
Dan.
Yes. I might have finished that. Who on the show is taking yoga classes so he can finally bend the right way to fit his own yang in his mouth? Yes, Christy?
JD.
Yes. Who do we know that really, really, really wishes his wife didn't drink?
Brandy.
Brandy, go ahead.
Bob.
No. I'll give him that one. Who on the show tries to prove that the bat stone isn't too big by holding his head next to it?
Brandy.
Brandy, go ahead.
JD.
Yes. What radio station lost 2,000 pounds in one day?
Brandy.
Go ahead, Brandy.
Is it KSCS?
No. That would be this station. When they cleaned out 2 complete shows. Let's see where did I leave off. Who on the show is trying out for the remake of Don Knight's classic Western, The Shakiest Gun in the West? Christy, go ahead.
Sadie?
No.
Brandy?
Brandy, go ahead.
Trey?
Yes. Who do we know that planned ahead for his show being canceled?
Brandy?
Good, Christy.
Dan?
Yes. Now only has to figure out which squirrel fits in a cannon. I don't get it.
It was funny in my head.
Whatever. We're going to leave off. Who on the show is now working out so his enormous head doesn't crush his puny little body? Yes, Christy?
Sadie?
Yes. Who on the show wants to get into television as
Brandy?
Shaky, the pasty-skinned weatherman? Randy, go ahead.
Is it JD?
No.
Shut up. Christy?
Yes, Christy?
Trey?
That's right. That's a good one. Should I stop on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll stop there. What's the score, JD?
Final score, Brandy had 3. Christy had 6.
Tell her what she's got.
She's got a pair of tickets to see the Stars in Cigars Ball. That is February 13th at the Adams Mark Hotel. Evening of cigars, spirits, great food, and local celebrities. Check it out at starsinCigars.org.
Is that the last set of the spots? All right. You get ready with the plugs?
I am.
All right. Here we go.
All right. For more information about the Russ Martin Show, to email us or for details on the Listeners Foundation and the Police and Firefighter poster, go to russmartin.com. To instant email us during the show, send it to studio@russmartin.com. To see Trey and visit his shaky website, TreyTrenholm.com. To find Eddie on the World Wide Web, go to EddieBoyd.com. To visit me in my picture gallery, go to JohnDavidRyan.com.
It's even funnier to read this. Yeah. For some reason, it's funnier in print. Shaky, the pasty-skinned weatherman.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For law issues, contact Everett Newton at 214-823-LAWS or go to DallasAttorney.com. The official urologist for the Russ Martin Show, Dr. Chris Fettner for men's health issues. Click on Doctor. You have to spell it out, Fettner.com. The official lie detector company of the Russ Martin Show, www.don'tlie.com. No apostrophe. For drywall, it's GA Construction.
You have to do these every day.
I'll just give them one more. 214-325-5628. And for everything else on the show, it's 1053fmtalk.com.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.